What's up, everybody? Welcome to Horseshoe Talks Live. Watch along in reaction to the Indianapolis Colts versus the Pittsburgh Steelers Monday Night Football. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by my dad Tony Gonzalez, and we also joined by Jay McLovin. How's it going, Jay?
Hey, Jay. It's good. I wore my blue shirt so I could blend in a little bit with the Colts people that are on here, but also still rep my Cowboys without the star. I didn't want to be brash on the Colts show when I'm a Cowboys guy. But I just want to say it's great to be here with you guys. Tony, in pre-show, you weren't here, but I did nickname you and Gonzo the new bloodline of podcasting. Cool. So you are now the new bloodline of podcasting. I'm just saying.
Okay, you can be Sami Zayn.
God, you know what? I love his
Sami Zayn.
Hey, he's got a great beard game working. I got a color mine though. It's getting a lot of gray up in there. I don't know what's causing that, but yeah, it's getting some gray coming.
He's getting he's pretty big right now.
Oh, he's huge right now.
Man, hey, it's an amazing drug, steroids. It is. It's amazing. You get on roids and everything on your body grows with the exception of the lower member. And if you know what I mean, that tends to shrink a little bit, if you will. But if you're Sami Zayn, who cares, right? Fuck it.
Waiting on the football game to get ready to start. But hey, did you watch any of the Survivor Series?
I honestly did not. This whole weekend has just been. Some friends came in from out of town. I got another friend coming from out of town this weekend coming up, and it's just been. Man, I have not been home at all, hardly to watch anything. To be honest with you.
You hear that? He has all these friends coming over. We didn't get no invite.
I know.
Hey, listen, you live out in Indianapolis. You're going to catch the first red eye down to Savannah. Listen, hey, I'll gladly extend the invite. I promise.
It'd be a road
Hey, I got a couch and a full-size bed. Blue gets the couch. I think your dad and Blue could probably, coincide on the couch. I'm not putting you to bed with me. You might be on the carpeted second bedroom. I'll give you a pallet and a pillow. You might be all right.
I think it's going to be a good game.
It's crazy, man. I was going to ask you guys, what's the key for today, man? You're going up against the Steelers. You guys got a fairly similar record. I think they're 3-7, and I think you're like 4-7-1 or something of that nature. I mean, you guys are pretty close. I think Taylor is definitely going to be the dominant force for Indianapolis, and I think Najee Harris is going to have to be the dominant force for Pittsburgh, along with that Pittsburgh defense. I don't know if Pickett's going to be quite good enough, especially if you guys control the clock with Taylor, which I think is key for you.
The key for the Colts, has been all season long when they've played decent. It's the offensive line. The offensive line's got to play well for the Colts to have a chance. If not, they're done.
Right. We can't let T.J. Watt wreck the game.
And the good news, I guess, for you guys though is Micah Fitzpatrick is out. I believe. I don't believe he's back. Is he? I think he's still on injured reserve. So that's one less defender you got to.
We'll see Micah Parsons next Sunday night.
God, it's gonna be I can't wait. I love Micah Parsons. That's my dude, man. I'm telling you, that he's gonna be special as his career goes along. If he can stay away from injuries, man, he's gonna have a crazy career. I think by the time he hangs it up, he just has incredible instincts. The guy is like a magnet. He just knows where the ball is. He attracts to the ball. I mean, it's incredible.
Steelers are going to get the ball first.
I'll tell you what, through whatever, 11, 12 weeks, whatever we're playing, to me, Micah Parsons is the MVP. He's not going to get it, but he's the MVP.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the guy is just playing stupid right now.
Yeah, you'll have to join us next week as well. We'll be doing Cowboys and Colts next Sunday night.
Oh, yeah, because then you're going to – hey, listen, you better bring that third bloodline member because we play the Cowboy. Hey, Lord, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. But it will be a good game. And, yeah, we definitely will have to do a watch-along for that. When is that? Is that next Sunday?
Yep, Sunday night.
Sunday night game.
Oh, yeah, I guess a Sunday night game. Oh, geez, Louise. Yeah, we definitely have to do that. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to do that.
Well, they hand the ball off to Harris right off the bat.
Yeah, and then they throw it right over. I don't know who number 18 is. I don't know who half these damn Steelers wide receivers are these days. Johnson. Okay.
turn that down. I don't want to hear that all night.
I like it. Hey, he tackled him. He didn't let him get any yards after the catch.
Hey, what's going on, Jared?
Yeah, they didn't give Harris anything. He was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage on that game. On that play, I should say.
Jay's you're ahead of us a little bit.
Are we ahead? Am I ahead of you guys?
Got to play.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Considering that's a nationally, well, it's ESPN. You would think ESPN would, that should be. Usually, when I get that delay like that, it's when we're streaming.
Oh yeah, that was a nice stop. Oh,
Yeah, he's probably a whole play ahead of us, I bet.
What are you on? Are you on third down?
No, they just converted. Probably should have told you that. That probably makes you sad.
Okay.
Oh, you're right. You're a play ahead of us.
Said Indianapolis ESPN out there. Yeah. It's what are they? So they're about the 45.
Ooh, playing too soft to coverage.
Yep, they've done that sometimes this year. when they play good, hard, tough coverage, they're tough. But when they go soft, man, they get picked apart.
You give a guy 5 yards like that. That's hell. I could complete that pass.
Yeah, I agree. Them corners are going to have to get a little physical with Johnson. He'll handle it if they don't get physical with him.
Yeah, Johnson's got about 57 catches. He don't have any touchdowns, but he's got catches.
I don't like that sound. It probably means they're in the red zone, doesn't it?
Yep.
Not yet. No, not yet. But they are close. They're getting close to it, but they're not there yet.
Yeah, his phone went off, so I figured it was his fantasy football telling him that they were getting raised. They were.
Oh, that must be his alerts on Fantasy League. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I'll try it in a minute. Yeah, so it's set on it's 2nd and 3 on my TV. They're letting them move the ball too easy. Too easy. Come on, guys. We got defense definitely gonna have to tighten up. Right now we're making Kenny Pickett look like an all-pro.
Yep.
The hell, we made Trevor Lawrence look like an all-pro earlier this year. I need to stop. There we go. Flag. That's probably holding on the Steelers, I would say.
Yep.
Yeah, holding on the Steelers. Going to move them back. Bring up 1st and 20.
Yeah, Jay, I'm in first place in my league in the fantasy football. I won the leagues. I play with Chris. I'm in first place.
Oh, nice.
I was in second. Now I don't know what I'm in now since I lost.
Well, I haven't won this week yet. I'm up 23 points
in a 20-man league. Now I'm number 6.
Great.
So put that in your bowl and smoke it. It's got hints of It's got hints of berry and rosemary. Yeah, I'm hanging on to number 6. I'm moving. Hey, like I said, the Jeffersons, I'm moving on up to East Floor, baby.
Yeah, I'm 8-2. I'll be 9-2 if I win this week. I'm up 23 points.
I got a better pass rush.
And the person I'm playing's got Pittman playing tonight. And they're down 23. They need 24 points to beat me.
Coverage down coverage on the field was pretty good.
Well, they didn't think so. They thought they missed.
Gilmore was right there.
Yeah, I agree. But you know how players are sometimes. They think they're open when they're not open.
Yeah, throw it toward Gilmore. We'll take that. He's been good this year. He's made some big plays for the Colts this year. Bring up a 3rd and short. Damn.
3rd and 2.
Pass rush hasn't been able to get to him.
Wow. Well, hey, looks like the defense for Colts, they bent, but they didn't break.
Didn't break. Yeah, it's going to be 4th and 2.
Yeah, they'll go for that
They're
field goal at this point, I would imagine. If they go for 2 or that 4th goal or 4th down, I'd be surprised. But
A lot of teams are doing it though. A lot of teams are doing it, especially with a record like
I see it a lot more often now.
Yeah.
That was a good pass defense there by Moore to break that up.
Like last night in that Philadelphia game, real early. Philadelphia, I mean, they've got a good record, and they went for it early in the game on their side of the field and didn't get it. I'm like, what are you doing?
Hey, not bad, man. Hey, they gave up 3, but hey, 3 is a victory in and of itself. The fact you didn't give it to 7, that's good. Like you said, you bent, but you didn't break. So
yeah,
now you got to put that offense out there and let's see what Jonathan Taylor can do.
Our Colts defense only gives up about 20, a little under 20 points a game is what they average giving up.
About 20.
Yeah, defense has been pretty good this year. Our problem is we only score about 17 points a game.
They're ranked a top 5 defense. The Colts are. We also ranked about 27 for 28 in offense.
Yeah, offense just hasn't done their job this year. We'll see if I switch to the. We'll switch to the other one. See where it's at. See if it's any. It might be worse. You never know.
Never know.
Are you on commercial?
Yeah, I'm on some kind of van commercial or some kind of BS.
Okay, I'm on Burger King commercial. I tried the other channel to see if it's any faster. But yeah, Colts give up a field goal to start the game. Colts getting ready to start their first offensive possession. Hopefully, we can get a touchdown. We scored our first touchdown on an opening possession last week. First time the Colts have scored on a touchdown on their opening possession all season. Kind of strange that, but that's why our record isn't real great. We haven't been getting off to great starts. I've not been getting off to great starts. NFL Plus. I wonder if you get on the NFL Plus. I wonder if you can get games no matter what market you're in, or do they still black out games like they used to?
I'm not sure.
I haven't seen any blackout games anymore. I think with the whole different media platforms, I don't know if they have to with all the revenue, but. And I think even when they black it out, I think even when they black out with all the streaming services out there, I don't know if it really matters.
Damn, most games played by a head coach in NFL history. Jeff Saturday, 211. But he don't have no. He don't.
Yeah,
have no experience.
Saturday's got some. He's got some years, man, out there on that field.
They just showed where him and Manning was arguing on the sideline. That was awesome. I remember that.
Oh, when Saturday and Manning were arguing? Yeah.
And then right after they got done, I said I was mic'd up too.
Yeah. Kicking it off. Where we gonna start at? Ooh, nice return. Colts get the ball at the 34 for the first possession. Not bad.
No, that's
Matt
that's
Ryan,
actually
his
that's really good field position.
He's completed 69% of his passes this year. His problem is he has 10 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Out of the shotgun. I don't like how of course they didn't run it there, but I don't like how it's like every team runs out of the shotgun now. Whatever happened to getting under center and just handing the ball off?
Oh, I don't want to tell you what's about to happen. But I'm gonna watch your faces when it does.
You must still be ahead of us a little bit then.
Oh, I know. I'm waiting. Don't worry about it.
Try a different channel.
Let me know when you see it.
Where are you throwing the ball to? Come on.
It was completely covered.
I think a lot of them go to that shotgun now. I think it's just because I wonder if it's because it's to get ahead of the defensive rush to get the ball out faster than on that 3-step drop a lot of times. Damn, he upended him.
Not off to a good start at all.
No, not off to a good start at all. Why are we coming out throwing the ball first 2 plays of the game up?
I don't know.
Hand the damn ball off. Now the defense has to hold them to make another stop.
Steelers got 13 interceptions this year. Second in the league.
Ooh, nice tackle. We'll bring up second down. But yeah, we got to hold them to a field goal here after interception.
They were awful close together.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think Doolin ran the right route or something because you shouldn't have had 2 receivers right there.
Right there, and because that one guy was off of him, and he thought he was open, and that guy just
ran him right into him.
Came off Doolin into the play. So yeah, I think somebody ran the wrong route.
Yeah, the guy that was on Doolin is the one that got the interception. Bring up 3rd and 5.
Oh,
Colts defense. Well, there's a pretty good crowd there.
Yep.
Tonight. Third and 5. Pittsburgh's second possession of the game after interception by Matt Ryan. Oh, wow.
First down.
Let Pickett run for a first down. Come on.
Pickett's trying to look like Hurst. Like Hurst.
I'm gonna have to go get me a pint.
You know how hard it is to watch the two of you, knowing that I know what happens before you know it, and I see you so happy, and then I know what's coming, and I just wait to see what, the look on the faces. It's just like, oh damn.
You see, because also if I look at my ESPN thing, the scoreboard, it's usually about a play ahead too. And there's been times where me and Chris will be watching, I'll be looking at that and see.
There we
see
go.
that.
Nice play. There we go.
Chris will be waiting for the play, and I already know what's going on. I just said,
yeah. That's how I feel when we're streaming, and you guys are either ahead of me or behind me, or most of the time y'all are ahead of me, and I'm like, and I feel out of the sauce.
Well, see, that's what. See, me and Chris, we stream everything. See, we don't have regular cable. We stream everything.
Yeah, I gotta get it. I still keep talking about getting that Firefox, man, but Fire Stick, not Firefox, Fire Stick.
Good tackle. And bring up a 3rd and long from about the 28.
Oh,
Man,
wow. You're going to like this one. Get ready to be happy.
Yep, I already know.
Hey, defense has stepped up so far.
That's what it's been all year long. Defense has stepped up. The offense just ain't done much. That's what it's been most season, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's what we were talking earlier. I was like, that's where the Colts got to put that money.
Yes.
Either
Another
free
sack.
agency or through the draft is in that offensive line.
Yeah.
And that's going to make for a long field goal attempt if they try a field goal. Getting that sack.
Yeah, had that shit.
That puts them back at the 34. Or damn, I put back at close to the 40.
Yep. Go punt.
Forced a punt. Nice. That's big by the defense after a turnover.
Oh, absolutely.
He might made a good play.
He thought he was going to stop it from going to the end
Yeah, he
zone.
thought he had it, but he just
That's what I was saying. I was like, man, he got close, but nah, no cigar on that one.
That was good. That was a good possession of our defense there to not give up anything after that turnover.
And it really does a lot for your offense when the offense, gives the ball up, but then your defense, gets it back for you, then it really does a lot for your offense. They're like, okay, hey, let's go back at it,
But it's not good. Here it is. And I know they've only ran about 3 plays, but 4:58 left in the first quarter, and Taylor ain't ran the ball yet.
Well, we only ran 2 plays.
I know.
Both of them were passes. And the interception, now that you see it, I don't think that was as much Matt Ryan's fault as I thought.
I think it was.
It looked like the other receiver ran. He ran his defender right in there.
Somebody ran the wrong route.
Yeah, Doolin and Pittman were right together. I don't know what the hell that was all about. But hell, that's how our season's been. We can't be like the Cowboys.
Oh, you don't want to be like us. Listen, last time I checked, y'all had a Super Bowl before. Well, not even that long ago. You don't want to know how long it's been since we've had a Super Bowl. I think Gonzo might have been in diapers the last time we had a Super Bowl.
I'm not that young.
Hey, I'm trying to make you younger. Now, if you want to show your damn age, go ahead. I'm trying to shave off some years here. Maybe I should have said Gonzo's son was probably in diapers the last time the Cowboys got the Super Bowl, man. Damn. I'm pretty sure somebody was in some damn diapers.
Colts got it in what? 2006?
Ish. I think it was. You might be right. I have to go back and research that myself.
I think Colts got it in 6, and then
it was in 2009.
we got beat.
Was it 9?
I think so.
Sound right? I think 9 we was in it against
we
New
won
Orleans.
Won it in 06 against the Bears.
Always gonna win it against New Orleans, and it all fell apart. But hey, we was in there trying.
You got the okay. I didn't think y'all had back-to-backs. I thought Manning was the last one that got you one. Who was it? Was it Manning only got you once? Who was the other quarterback then?
Well,
we was in the Super Bowl. We didn't get it.
Yeah, we went to 2 Super Bowls.
Oh,
with
you're talking about
Manning, won and lost.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Either way, man. Yeah, either way. We look. The Cowboys haven't even had appearances. Hell, we ain't even out the damn first round.
Yeah, we beat the Bears in 06. And then we lost.
Know who this Tony Hollingsworth is? Tony, I don't know who you are, man. Could you please use your pseudonym name, please?
Then we got beat by the Saints a couple of years before Manning got hurt and ended up leaving Indianapolis.
Jay, I was going to ask you a question. What do you think of
2nd and 4?
What do you think of Brissett in Cleveland this year? Do you think maybe he's earned him an opportunity to maybe get a shot somewhere?
Oh, he's definitely, I think, earned the opportunity, but he's not gonna. Not now that Sean's there, he's not gonna get. He can go back to that bench.
I mean, I'm talking about maybe another team next year.
Oh, you mean like with somebody? Yeah, I mean, I think he's shown enough that he could be competitive. I still think there's. I think he's done enough to warrant an opportunity. Yeah. Hey, watch this. I always go back to Darnold. If somebody gonna give Darnold's ass a damn opportunity, or somebody gonna give Geno a freaking opportunity, why would you not give Brissett the same return?
What are you doing? Throw the fucking ball. Like they're dancing with it. What the hell?
Hey, he didn't turn it over.
Oh, wow. Okay. Man, I guess we're going to see a whole lot of defense tonight, or lack thereof, offense. I am really surprised, like what you said earlier, the fact that we really have not seen a whole lot of Taylor. I really kind of thought they would want to get Taylor right off the jump involved in that offense to kind of set the tone and maybe set the clock.
That's my fault. Well, if you get Taylor going, that's going to help your passing game.
Oh, absolutely. Well, it'll definitely open it up, or it'll definitely keep the defenders honest.
Yeah, we got to run the ball or something to stay on the field to give our defense a damn break.
You can't. Defense can't be on the field the whole game. I mean, no matter how good you are.
I'm surprised. We've seen the Colts get pressure onto Pickett, where they even got him an interception. And of course, they did get a little pressure on Ryan as well for that interception, but I'm surprised we haven't seen more blitzing.
Yeah. Jay, what do you think Dallas's biggest weakness is?
Oh, our biggest weakness is probably play calling. Straight up play calling. And it goes to Mike McCarthy's our biggest weakness. It really is. I mean, we got a fairly decent offensive line. We've got a pretty good, decent quarterback. We got good halfway decent CeeDee Lamb, Gallup, If they bring in Odell to take even more pressure off of CeeDee and Gallup, they run those three guys. I mean, we got a good running game in Pollard. You seen what Pollard's done this week. We got a hell of a fight defense. You know what they can do. So if I had to say a weakness, I would have to say it would be the play calling. I still think we could do a better job play calling. And obviously discipline in the team, because I still think they're committing too many penalties.
Yeah. See, that's another thing we always talking about the Colts and not running the ball. Pittsburgh, one of their biggest strengths is they've had 13 interceptions this year. So they're definitely better against the pass than they are against the run. So, and you're not running the football. So that don't make sense. Dallas, I would say Dallas, one of the weaknesses, and they ain't been that way all year, every game. It's happened 2 or 3 times. It's been against the run, but it's not every game. There was a couple of games where the run defense didn't look very good, but since then, the last couple of games, it's not looked bad. But
hey, Tony, no, you're more welcome to hop on, man.
And my thing is, too, I feel like if I'm the Colts, right, and I think that's another issue. I think it's probably one of the issues the Colts are having right now. Is I don't think they're utilizing Taylor enough. I feel like if you're down 3-0, this is the time to use Taylor, because what are you going to do? Hypothetically, if they get up on you and then you have no Taylor to give the ball to, because now you're trying to play catch up. So I think you've got to run Taylor. You got to give heavy doses of Taylor to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
What up, Jay?
I agree.
Man, all I know is whenever I see you with them glasses on, I just think of Netflix.
I don't even have those glasses. I need to borrow Tony's glasses up there for me to look like him.
Hey, listen, all I know is if I ever see your ass on my street, fucking locking the doors. I'm just saying, I'm locking the doors and I'm throwing the fire pit off the balcony.
I'm good. How about you, Chris? How about you, buddy?
It's interesting. It's interesting, though. I would tell you that when Tony comes down the street, the bystanders don't really stay around too long. Do with that information as you will.
Plausible deniability. Plausible deniability.
Hey, listen, when you see the guy hold the cardboard sign up on the edge of the road, and here comes Tony, all I know is that cardboard sign gets folded up awfully quick.
Hey, that person
Gotta
stops
make it
being
count.
homeless. They get a job. They get work. I don't know what you're upset about. I'm helping this country out. I'm helping people out.
Hey, Tony, is that a blue barrel in your background? I'm just asking. Looks like a blue barrel.
No, it's not. Plausible deniability. It's not. Don't worry about what's back there. It's some meat that just went bad. Don't worry about it.
Hey, it's just some pork that went bad. No big deal.
Yeah, my family gave it to me. My fridge broke. It's just
I
sitting
feel
there.
like you need some pork.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Good times. What do you think about this game so
Defense
far,
has
Tony?
to
We're
make another stop.
It's
almost done with the first quarter.
I see that. I mean, it's kind of what we expected it to be. I mean, the Colts still have a bit of a question mark at quarterback, and I really don't know why. I mean, you decided to move off of Matt Ryan, even if it was just for a couple of games. You give the keys to Sam Ehlinger, and it's not like Sam did bad with his starts. His only really bad game was against New England, and that was just bad for everybody. So you can't even really blame him. And then they say, okay, back to Matt Ryan. So I think this is really what we've kind of expected from these two teams. I mean, both have really top-notch defenses still. It's just they have a lot of questions at quarterback, and I mean, offensively, there's a lot of questions on both sides. So I think this is kind of what we expected.
Yeah, I was telling Tony, and I think Tony and them are also commenting on as well, is I feel like in order for the Colts to be successful, pretty much the rest of this season at least, and especially in tonight's game, they got to give a heavy dose of Taylor, man. You got to get Taylor all up in that shit. Whether you're handing the ball off, whether you're doing a misdirection handoff, whether you're doing short screen passes, whatever you could do to get the ball in his hands and let him do what he does,
Yeah, but that's hard to do too when you have somebody like TJ Watt who came back. And Pittsburgh's always had a really tough defense to run on. Like even in Pittsburgh's worst years, this is not a team that you can just easily run all over. So
right.
I mean, I do agree with you, but I mean, I will say for the Colts' advantage, you do have a veteran quarterback that can move the ball with what he's got.
Nice
He's been able to
tackle.
make the plays. So I mean, I do agree they need to feed Taylor the ball more, but it's not going to be easy at the same time.
Yeah, and the interception Ryan thrown, I think, was more of one of them receivers ran the wrong route because you had two receivers on top of each other, and the defender from the other receiver made the interception.
Yeah, and I think that
Pittman
goes back
was
to
open,
well, and I think that goes back to you don't have a true veteran wide receiver presence in that locker room. I mean, you honestly have a bunch of really young kids. What the person that's been there the longest has been in the NFL for 4 years, which isn't bad, but I mean that's nothing compared to somebody that has been in for 6-7 years, been around the block a few times, and can really mentor your wide receiver room. So I mean that I would say that's a lot of just age and mental mistakes more than anything. I would say that's honestly why they should have brought back T.Y. Hilton, even if it's not to have T.Y. as a starter, but to have that veteran presence and that stability and continuity back in that locker room with a guy that's been with the Colts through all the ups and downs for the last 10 years. You'd have a guy that could potentially correct your locker room for your wide receivers.
Tony, I know me and Gonzo were talking about this earlier. I know me and Tony Gonzo, we've all been kind of talking about when it comes to the Colts come off season. Obviously, they got a lot of work to do. The biggest thing they're going to have to do, obviously, is hire the right head coach to take this team in the next direction. If you were the head coach of this team, and what areas are you looking to address? Number one, and then number two, what ways are you looking to address? Are you going to go through free agency, draft, both? Like, what's your initial?
Honestly, to me, the biggest thing that I would go out and look for is wide receivers, because it doesn't matter how good of a quarterback you go out and get. if he doesn't have somebody to throw to, if he doesn't have viable options to throw to, it's basically a waste of a draft pick. It's wasting money. The offensive line needs some work. You can get that through the draft, through a lot of depth. I'm always hesitant about kind of signing offensive linemen in free agency, because if you notice a lot of times, unless they're just like a standout talent on like a cash strapped team, a lot of those teams will re-sign their big offensive linemen. It's very rare they ever let them walk unless they have like an injury history or just something wrong with them, or if they're old and coming to the end. So I would get that through draft. Wide receiver, I would say I would get the wide receiver in draft, because you've still got a good class of wide receivers that are going to be available in this year's draft and next year's as well. So that to me would be my big thing. Even if Matt Ryan's not exactly going to be the guy that is turning heads and making you a Super Bowl favorite, he could at least get you in the playoffs. And the same thing, I mean, I know Chris and Tony and I have talked about it before in past Horseshoe talk shows. Sam Ehlinger is a decent quarterback. It's kind of the same thing. Who does he really have to throw to? He's having to make stuff on the go, on the run, really just scrambling and making it up as he goes. But again, who does he really have to throw to that can be a viable option? Like, I know Michael Pittman is really the number one. He had a chance to be a number one last year, and I wasn't sold, and I'm still not sold this year that he's a number one wide receiver.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And there's going to be, like you said, if they're drafting, 11 through 15 or whatever, especially with the draft class, having some good quarterbacks in it, good running backs in it. I think there's going to be, it should be some good offensive linemen that you can snag middle first round. Top offensive lineman, I think you can get middle first round, as well as I think you can get a good receiver in the beginning or to the middle even of the second round. I think there's enough receivers out there that you can grab one of those. I think if I'm you, I'm looking for a speedy guy like a Watson style wide receiver in that second round. That would be your burner guy, and then you got you still got Jonathan as your workhorse. Like you said, you upgrade that offensive line. You find that one guy in the second round, that Jim at the wideout spot, and man, hey, you're back in it, because it doesn't take much to get the Colts back in. I think, like Tony alluded to, your only really two needs are wide receiver and offensive line, and I think those are very easily to be adjusted either to free agency or the draft. I think it'd be just fine. The biggest thing is find the right head coach to lead that team.
Yeah. Damn ball hit the upright and it went in. Are you kidding me?
Does that surprise you, though?
No, no. I'll tell you who's really kind of stepped up for the Colts has been Paris Campbell. He's had a good year this year so far. Finally being able to stay healthy.
Yeah, no kidding. Now, I don't know if you guys talked about it, or if there's any names that are out there that you would potentially want to hire. Who would you guys want to be your next head coach? Because I mean, there's a lot of potential names you could throw out there. There's some probably old names you could potentially kick the tires on, see if maybe they've been out for a minute, if they'd want to come back in and try something new. Would you guys want to keep Jeff Saturday as the head coach?
I don't think we've seen enough yet to say if we want to keep Saturday yet or not. I do think Saturday's done a good job so far. I kind of would like to see him go after Jim Harbaugh. I don't know if Harbaugh would leave Michigan, especially after
that man ain't leaving. That man ain't leaving Michigan. He ain't leaving Michigan.
I think
not especially after beating Ohio State again.
Hey, if he was going to leave Michigan, he would have took that Vikings job with all the weapons and defense that the Vikes have. I thought that would be the for sure opportunity. Hell, they brought him in. They said they want him. He just turned it down and went back to Mish. I don't know if he's gonna want to come to a team that's still in transition a little bit with the Colts. If he turned down the Vikes, I mean, especially now that he's number 3 or number 2 in the top.
Number 2.
I mean, I just think he likes Michigan. He likes being there, man. When you like being somewhere, that's a hard thing to leave.
Well, it's his alma mater. I mean, that's where he went to college.
Yeah, right. That's even
better.
Yeah. So that's even makes it even more, special to be there for your alma mater, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing you guys, and I preach this guy a lot. I wouldn't mind seeing you bring in a Flores. And the reason why I say that is for a team that has gone through Reich and the number of quarterbacks and things like that, and the Colts, they brought in Saturday to quote unquote provide the culture that they felt was lacking or needed to be changed. Well, who was better to instill culture than Brian Flores? He sure as hell did it down there in Miami. He had a great culture, and there's still a great culture. And a lot of that culture is still the result of what Flores left for Mike McDaniels to inherit. So I think you bring in a guy like a Flores, he can change your culture. He can organize your team. He can help you draft. He can help, do the right things. He relates well with the players. You bring a guy like that in and just let him do his job, and you're going to resurrect. Not even so much resurrection because you guys aren't so far down. You just need a few tweaks left and right. But I think Flores can give you those tweaks.
Yeah,
I'd like to see Sean Payton. I don't think that's going to happen, but I'd like to see Sean Payton.
Hey, now. Hey, this guy was royalty. hey, you back up now. I know you're the bloodline, okay, but I'm the meat line.
Well, I will say the only thing
have a father being the Chianti.
The only thing that would make me skeptical about Flores is you look at Miami. What was their biggest issue the entire time he was down there? Really, it was their offense. Because he didn't want to commit to Tua. Tua wasn't his guy that he wanted to draft. He wanted Herbert. Right. Not that they didn't have the weapons. I mean, the O-line was okay. But, I mean, he preferred somebody like Ryan Fitzpatrick, who I think is a little bit better at ad-libbing, kind of going off script and just, again, he's Ryan Fitzmagic for a reason. Like, he makes magic happen. So, with Indy, I mean, that's like half their issue right now is they still have a good defense. It's the offense that is like the question mark. You're like, wait a minute. You got the talent, but where's that?
Hey, look at this guy, though, for a minute. Just think about this for a minute. For a guy who, let's be honest, had to deal with management. By management, I mean the owner and what they were trying to do to him. Mm-hmm. For what the ownership really wanted him to do and what he did and what he was still able to accomplish despite what ownership was trying to do to him. Mm-hmm. To come out like that and to come out and leave the Miami organization, in a great spot despite of the ownership, that's got to speak volumes for a guy, man. And talk about culture and instilling the culture. I mean, how much more do you want from a resiliency standpoint and still being able to do what you got to do?
Oh, it does. Again, my big question is who does he get to run the offense though? That's my question. Like, I'm not denying it. Brian Flores would be a fantastic coach. I think he would do great in Indy. Who would he get to run his offense? Because I
have trust that he'll find the right guy. I mean, whoever you have that you bring in is going to have to find that guy, regardless. So I think Flores is qualified enough, though, to hold those team meetings to figure out who it is he wants. Because he wasn't doing bad in Miami. He really wasn't.
That ain't good.
Yeah, I saw the Ryan Kelly went out. The Colts starting center. Which that offensive line is already beat up and unfortunately not playing to its strength that it was a couple of years ago.
No, not even close.
That's been one of our biggest problems.
Still have no Taylor in there.
That's been one of our biggest problems is that our offensive line hasn't played up to what they have been playing.
Jeff put this poor kid Danny Pinter in just because he also wears number 63. Jeff, that's dirty. Why you gotta do that, man, like that? He said you wear number 63, you're gonna play to number 63 expectations. That's dirty.
Hey, Pinter played here in our hometown at Ball State.
It's true, he did. I see that. So he pretty much got to stay at home. Still, Jeff's like, nah.
Oh, come on. Oh, Matt Ryan gonna run? First down.
Now, this is gonna sound a little crazy, but I mean he's there at the game, and I mean he would potentially be available, I think, for trade because he signed a 2-year deal with Pittsburgh.
Holding on the Colts.
How would you guys feel if Indy potentially said, you know what, we want to try to give Mitchell Trubisky a try? Just again, he's a bridge quarterback. He's not going to be the franchise guy, but even as a bridge until you guys get the quarterback situation figured out.
Do you think he'd be a step up over Matt Ryan?
I think so. I think just because he has the experience. To me, he's a mixture of Matt Ryan and Sam Ehlinger both. Like, he can give you the mobility, he can make throws on the run, he's still athletic, and he's got the experience of knowing how to play an NFL game, how to win. I mean, heck, he took the Bears to the playoffs twice with Matt Nagy, and we all know, for anybody that knows Mike, how much Mike Hughes loves Matt Nagy and that Matt Nagy offense. So I mean, he's not terrible.
No, I think Pittsburgh gave up on him too soon,
Way too quick.
as well.
I think so too. I think for Pittsburgh, they got Kenny Pickett. It's one of those. It's kind of like the new car or the new toy out in the garage that you really want to like put out there first, and you're like, no, let's see what we got with this one. Well, and then they're like, fudge it. We'll throw him out there. Screw it. So yeah, I think they gave up on Mitch too quickly.
Because I always said if Trubisky got away from Nagy, I thought he would do good, and then he got to Pittsburgh and you're learning a new system and everything, and they gave him 3 or 4 games, and then they said you're out of here.
Again, hey, Mitch is kind of going through what I call the Geno effect. Sometimes they don't want to give you, time to acclimate, learn stuff. They just expect it right off the rip. And I think if Mitch could ever find a system or a coach that would, develop or work with him, he could be, he could turn it around. But as long as he, gets treated like this, I mean, it's just nothing more than a Geno effect.
And I think what hurts Mitch Trubisky too is because he was when you get drafted high like that, you don't get that time to develop.
Yeah, you don't. Unless you're Trey Lance, and then you just sit your whole life on the bench. No big deal. It's all good.
Literally, and like top 3 pick.
No, seriously. Hey, I heard they call him Gert or Groot. No, I heard Trey Lance's name from that comic book or whatever it's called, Groot. Whatever Groot is, I think it's that old tree looking thing because he's growing roots on the bottom of the bench. Yeah,
he is. Ooh, Karl Anthony Towns injured and out for the rest of the game.
Wow, non-contact injury. Wow.
Them are usually the worst ones.
Yeah.
No, a name that Chris likes him too. I don't know if you guys would, but a coach that's been with the Colts before, Jim Caldwell. I always liked Jim Caldwell. I thought he did good with the offense. I thought he did good with the quarterbacks. I don't think he deserved to got fired when he got fired because he had the worst backup quarterback in the league at the time, and Manning goes out and they win 2 games and then he gets fired. I've always liked Jim Caldwell.
Well, and Caldwell shouldn't have got fired from the Lions when he did either.
I was going to say
the Lions around.
The last 2 coaches, the last 2 head coaching jobs that he had, I didn't think he should get fired from, and I love it. I don't know if you want to pull it up or not, Chris. Polar Nights as a barber, I love that it is the perfect evolution of beard growth. It is pretty fantastic. You got all 3 levels here. Yeah, I like
what he was talking about was the growth of how sexy all of this is. He's just looking at the sexy, okay?
Well,
and literally what he's telling you is if Jay looks like this and Jeff looks like that. I'm just saying. Maybe he's telling you that you got to grow some more of it out.
Look, Jay, I'm not like you. I can't wait 5 minutes and have it down to my stomach, man. Like it takes me longer than 5 minutes.
You're not in the military anymore. You still in the military? That's what I text you in college.
Hey, I shaved once since being down to like full. So this is the second time growing it back out. Okay, second time. We're working on it.
First off, I'm gonna come back to that comment, but that catch was stupidly amazing by Pickens or whatever George Pickens was just stupid catch. Secondly, man, I agree with what you're saying, Tony, for sure, man. I think you just, you're in university now. It's time to, let the hair, you should have like, I don't know, there should be like a bong in your background. Maybe one of the little funnel things where you're pouring beer. Maybe you should have a kegerator or on the side of your face or something. We have the 2 kegs right here, and you got the feeding straws. Like, I'm just, if I was in college, that's how I'd be, man. Listen, I'd be Cheech and Chonging it all the way, baby.
I'm working on getting a new job.
I'm smoking a bowl, drinking a bong, and waiting for my skin to fall off from not wearing enough sunscreen.
Hey, I'm working on getting a new job at pays like $31 an hour, and they regularly drug test, so I can't be doing the Cheech and Chonging yet.
I know the same one will give you $31 an hour, and there's no drug test. You guys got to be able to evade the cops. No big deal. It's all good.
Oh, that's easy. That's easy. No problem. We can make that work. Actually, here's another coach that I don't know how you guys would feel, but I felt if he would bring in Jim as an offensive coordinator, it would potentially be a great fit. What would you guys think of Minnesota's defense? Not Minnesota, Buffalo's defensive coordinator, Leslie Frazier, getting a second chance at being a head coach. He was okay with the Vikings. He's been with the Bills now for a few years. Got to learn under Sean McDermott. If he brings in somebody like Jim Caldwell as his offensive coordinator, that could be a decent combo.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to giving Leslie Frazier a second shot. I feel like if you're going to give Josh McDaniels a second shot, or if you're going to even give Pete Carroll a second shot, because Pete sucked with New England, but then he goes to the college and it comes back, years later with Seattle. And look what he did with Seattle. So I mean, and now look what he's doing with Geno Smith. So sometimes the second stint can be the rebirth, right?
Mm-hmm. What if Jeff Saturday stays the coach, brings in Jim Caldwell, and you keep Gus Bradley as a defensive coordinator?
If that's the way you want to go, I think I think Saturday just needs to be demoted, and not because he's doing a bad job, but because he lacks the experience. And I think he should be demoted down to offensive line coach and let him build his way back up through the ranks to a head coach. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to take that step back to get that experience to really know what it is, you should be looking for as a head coach in your coordinators and stuff, all the other things, right?
I don't know, because obviously when he got hired, like everybody gave a lot of negativity about the fact that he got it. He has no coaching experience. So you've got Reggie Wayne that they didn't offer it to. This is kind of how I
thought it was crazy that you didn't offer it to Reggie Wayne, who already has NFL assistant or lower assistant coaching experience. I don't know how you pass up Reggie like that.
Well, here was my breakdown that I thought on it was, maybe they asked Reggie, like, I don't know if Jim asked, I don't know if it was the whole, like, he hired his drinking buddy or not. If Jim came into that room and said, hey, look, I'm looking for the next head coach, who wants to potentially take this job? Like, who wants to step up and be this role? If I'm Reggie Wayne, I don't take the job. If I'm any of these coaches that potentially want to become a head coach for another team, I wouldn't take it. And here's why. Yes, if you win, you get all the credit, but you look at what you're coming into. You're going to have a completely brand new offensive system in the middle of the season. You don't know who your quarterback is. The team has been a mess overall throughout the entire season. So if you lose, even if it's interim, if you lose every single game from that point out, you're going to be known as the coach that you lost every single game when you were in charge, and that's on you. Now, if you win, yes, you get the credit. But if you're trying to potentially, like you said, Jay, if you're trying to build yourself up, trying to get that experience and whatnot,
right,
that's going to be a negative check mark against you. Where for me, if Jim called Jeff and said, hey, you want to potentially be a head coach, and Jeff said, you know what, I'll try it. If I do great, cool, maybe I can keep going. If I don't, oh well, coaching's not for me. I'll go back to retirement and I'll go back to doing my thing. So to me, it kind of saves somebody like Reggie Wayne from having that negativity on his resume when he's going out looking for a head coaching position. But that's my thought.
So according to Fox 59, and you can see it on fox59.com, Reggie Wayne, when asked about an interim coach, would he have turned it down? This is November 17th, 2022. Reggie said that he would have accepted the Colts interim head coaching job if Jim Irsay had offered it to him instead of Jeff Saturday, quote unquote.
Okay.
Which, I mean, I don't see why would you ever turn down a promotional of anything, because you never know if it's ever going to come back a second time around.
I think he brought Saturday in because of his leadership. He was looking for a leader, and honestly, even if they keep Saturday as the coach next year permanently, it wouldn't be a bad idea because of the number one quality needed a head coach is a leader. Mm-hmm. And then if you put the right offensive coordinator, you put the right position coaches around you. Mm-hmm. So I think the position coaches, actually hiring the right position coaches, is more important. Mm-hmm. Head coach, you got to get that leader. And I think that's why he brought him in. He thought he could keep the locker room together at least for the rest of the season. I don't know if he'll get the job or not. Like I said, this is only his third game, so we got to see what happens. It's not looking good since Pittsburgh just got a touchdown. But
yeah, now. I will say too, I am kind of surprised they didn't, if he hires Jeff Saturday as the head coach, why he didn't say, okay, Reggie, you're going to be my offensive coordinator. Like you're going to be the offensive coordinator and you're going to be the wide receivers coach. Cause same thing. I mean, it is still a promotion. Like you're still moving up.
You want to hear some craziness though? Hey, on Clutch on clutchpoints.com, it says that when it talks about the Colts parted ways with offensive coordinator Marcus Brady and Frank Wright, or head coach Frank Wright, bringing aboard Jeff Saturday to replace him and take over as interim head coach. Amid the frequent changes, Colts wide receiver coach Reggie Wayne expressed some doubts over the moves, indicating he may not have been so keen to join the coaching staff this offseason if he didn't know things would play out as they had.
Oh, yeah.
And that's, of course, it's even in the Indy Star. Wayne also indicated that he was sad in the aftermath of Reich's departure from the Colts, revealing he texted the former head coach to apologize. He then added that if he'd have known that this was possible, referring to the changes in Indy's coaching staff, he wouldn't have taken the role as Indy's wide receivers coach.
Oh yeah. I mean, you think about it. Would you ever want to go into a job that, you could potentially know, hey, if it doesn't work out with Frank mid-season, we're going to fire it and it's become a dumpster fire. Like, would you ever take a job like that? I mean, I wouldn't. I'd never be like, no, keep me as far away from that as possible. So I don't blame Reggie for that. I don't blame him at all because I mean, it is kind of disappointing because, for him, he can still do his job, but at the same time, is he truly getting the best out of his players? And it's the same thing. I mean, it's still building his resume for being a potential coach in the league one day if he decides to go that route of, oh, hey, you were still the wide receiver coach for this job. You had one of the worst offenses in the league. Now you have that going against you, which again isn't necessarily Reggie's fault, but he's still a part of it. So he's still going to take part of that blame for it as well. So, I mean, I don't blame him. I'd be like, no, y'all screwed me over. Absolutely not.
But I find it interesting, though, the fact that, and I understand they said they want to make culture change, and that's great. But I find it interesting. I don't care if you want to make a culture change or not. Experience is still experience, okay? Mm-hmm. And the fact that you turned down Reggie Wayne and didn't even offer him the job, clearly he was not offered the job. And then you go outside to the broadcast booth to a guy who's been talking sports but hasn't been involved in sports, nor the changes that come about in the sports world. Because we all know the NFL, like any sport, is a living, breathing thing. It changes every 10 minutes on how things are done in the NFL. So you got a guy literally in your organization, Reggie Wayne, who has Super Bowl experience, who knows what it means to be a leader. He's done what it means to be a leader. You got the same qualifications in a Reggie Wayne that you're doing at Jeff Saturday. You did. The qualifications are still there. They're both Pro Bowlers. They both got Super Bowls. They've both been on the same team, blah, blah, blah. But yet you don't even talk to him and say, yo, Reg, you've been with us. You're here with us. You want this job? If you want it, man, we'd love to talk to you about it. Let's see what your philosophies are, blah, blah, and then let's roll. He didn't even get the opportunity to offer any of that. And to me, that's kind of bullshit.
This is Reggie's first year or second year as a wide receiver.
I believe it came right when Frank Wright came on. So what is this, the second year, I think?
No, he hadn't been there the whole time. Frank Reich's been there. Frank Reich's been there for a while. Yeah. I think it's his first
or second year. And my thing, if he was going to go experience as far as people that's on the Colts team, you got John Fox there as part of the team. He's been a head coach. And you also got Gus Bradley, the defensive coordinator. He's been a head coach. So if you want an experience,
absolutely. I mean, there's a plethora that they could have drawn from the interim tag. And again, I understand they want a culture change, but at the same time, I mean, I don't know. Some things just don't make sense to me. They just don't add up, man.
They just hired Reggie Wayne on this year as the wide receiver coach. Yeah. So this was completely new.
Not a lot of experience. I think it was just the fact that he has a lot of faith in Saturday. He was part of a winning culture. And I think that's why. And also a set, fresh of eyes, not an NFL coach who's worried about keeping his job and all this stuff or trying to get a job. He's bringing Saturday in to evaluate things. And the possibility, Saturday knowing that he's not going to be there after this year.
Well, and honestly, it's going to sound bad. And I don't know if Chris and Tony, you've heard it or not. I know for me, hearing it from Colts fans or from non-Colts fans that live here in the U.S. or not U.S., live here in Indy, that honestly, Jim only hired Jeff because he wanted Peyton first, and Peyton probably said no. That Peyton didn't want to be a head coach yet, or he just doesn't want to be a head coach at all. I think that was it. I think the Colts' forever goal has always been, we need to get Peyton back in some way, shape, or form, whether it's general manager, head coach, offensive coordinator, something. We need to get Peyton Manning back. And I don't think
a guy like Peyton Manning being just like John Elway. I don't think he'd want to be a coach. I think he'd want to be at the GM level,
Well, and
That's
just
what I
hire
think,
those
too.
guys in the places.
And that's why I think Saturday might get the head coaching job, because I think Peyton Manning might be the next GM.
Maybe.
I mean,
Well,
Peyton's a
he's
pretty smart
partial
fellow,
owner.
so that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Oh no, he tried to be partial owner of the Broncos, right? Because he and Elway were going to try to buy him, and
Yeah.
they didn't have enough money because they were going up against Walmart, basically.
Man, hey, when you're going up against Walmart, man, come on. Damn.
Oh yeah, it's like that's a losing fight. Like John and Peyton
Well,
both
look,
are like, man, we got to
This drive was
I'm
pretty good.
surprised. Hey, look, I'm just surprised Walmart hasn't tried to go to South America and conquer it and make it big ass Walmart continent or something, a continent of Walmart. I'm serious. Hey, look, Walmart. I mean, that's just how they do it, man. They go into a city, they globalize it, they take it over. Pretty
Throw the ball.
Everybody's speaking Walmart.
There you go. Damn, don't take a sack. But look, they started giving the ball to Taylor this drive, and we actually started moving the ball.
I noticed that he had a good gain there for a little bit. Again,
at this point in the game, you're what, 5:46 left to play in the second quarter, right before you go to half. You're down 13-0. This game is so within the grasp of everything. You got to start getting Taylor in. If you don't get Taylor in now, and they continue to score, you're not going to be able to get him in at all at a certain point.
If you get down past 13-0, you get down 17-20-0, you're not going to be able to run the ball.
Right, absolutely. So I feel like you've got to, if you still want to do that run balanced attack, you got to get Taylor in now.
You got to put points on the board on this drive, and preferably a touchdown.
yeah.
Well, another thing about this drive, even if you don't get points, you got to stay on the field for a little bit, give your defense a break.
Yeah.
Defense has been out there the whole first half pretty much.
Yeah.
And I really like it when they do some of that misdirection running with Taylor. I think that's a lot of, I like it when they do that. And I don't feel like, but again, if you're not putting the ball in his hands, what does it matter?
Well, Pittsburgh has 9 guys in the box. And we still ran the ball.
I wonder if they're rushing.
We ran the ball. He still got about 4 yards out of it, but yeah, there was 9 guys in the box in that play. Which, if I'm Pittsburgh, I don't blame you. I'd have 9 guys in the box as well. I mean, that's what they're going to try to do.
All right, so yeah,
question. Obviously the NFL has gotten away from the fullback and the I formation. Do you feel like that's really hurt a lot, like the big power runners, and things like that?
I mean, I think it has, because I mean, you look at San Francisco, and I mean, they have Kyle Juszczyk, who's probably the best fullback in the league right now for all of like 5 that are maybe in the league currently. Right. So I mean, you've got Kyle Juszczyk, and then you have Christian McCaffrey. I mean, just think that one extra blocker that has a little bit more speed than an offensive lineman can potentially catch out the backfield. All of that can make a world of difference for your offense, because you don't have to put another offensive lineman out there and it's like, oh, you're gonna have an extra blocker, they're probably gonna run it. It's like, nope, you have a fullback, he could catch out of the backfield, he can go up the field and catch it as basically a tight end. The fullback to me gives so much flexibility to an offense and can help your running game. So I mean, I think it's hurt. I know they don't use the fullback in the traditional sense of the short yardage, but I mean, you could. To me, it gives your offense a lot of flexibility.
And I think the I formation. One thing that's hurt is in the red zone. I think that I formation is a real effective in the red zone, and you don't even see teams using it in the red zone anymore.
Yeah,
right. I just feel like that when we got away from the Moose Johnsons and the Mike Allstotts, and those types of guys, it really hurt a lot of teams. I know it definitely really hurt the Cowboys, because the Cowboys were really never the same after when Moose left and they got away from that and we just went to the single back and no fullback. That really took a lot away from the Cowboys offense, because Moose Johnson was so integral, not only to Emmett's career, but Dallas's longevity in terms of the run game.
Yeah, that pretty easy, it looked like.
Yeah, because I mean, you think about all the years of that great Dallas offensive line, for Emmett to run behind, and then you have another big guy like Moose. Oh, yeah, that gives Emmett easily another 4 or 5 yards running.
Oh, easily.
So, I mean,
and then when Emmett would do those misdirections, like going left but coming back right, And I think that would help Jonathan Taylor out as well. If you had a guy like that where, he starts left, you think you suck the offense or the defense left, but then you switch and go right. I mean, those types of plays, when you have a running back like that and a fullback like that, I mean, for me, if you're going to have a running game, that really was a big part of the running game. And then people have said, well, why have a fullback? We could throw an extra tight end in there, or we could throw an extra wide receiver in there, and do away with what we think we don't need. But I still believe in that system, but it may be antiquated at this point.
But I mean, how often though do you ever have a tight end that's good at blocking? I mean, you look at George Kittle. George Kittle's like, hey, that's the first thing I learned. You block. You learn how to block. You be a great blocking tight end. You don't get that very often much anymore. I mean, you look at tight ends and it's like basically an extension of the wide receiver room at this point. Kittle could Kittle's one of the few exceptions. He could be a wide receiver, like he could be that extension, but he chooses to be more of a traditional tight end role, which is why, to me, he doesn't typically have, on top of injuries, he doesn't have the stats that Travis Kelce has, because Travis Kelce is a wide receiver just at the tight end
in a big body. He's a wide receiver and a linebacker's body.
Yes. So he can take the hits, he can dish the hits back out. Like, to me that is literally create a player in like Madden or NCAA, like create a player franchise and put them 99 overall, and that's what you get.
Oh man, bro, yeah, that's exactly how I see. When I think of Travis Kelce, that's exactly what I think of. Somebody just took that dude and boosted him up to 99 in every category, and said, "Okay, go out there and handle the league."
Literally. And then you give him a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, and that's just not even fair. Not even fair.
And then you look at a guy like Dalton Schultz, who's like half the size of Kelce, playing tight end.
Yeah,
that always cracks me up, man. I'm like, Dalton Schultz ain't blocking nobody.
No,
that dude ain't blocking. Now we do have Ferguson. Maybe Ferguson will block, but.
Hey, I remember watching Ferguson at Wisconsin. He wasn't bad. Now, especially when you look at Hendershot. That man is just a very slow wide receiver. That's the wide receiver that goes like a 5'2", 40, and they're like, yeah, you're not really fast enough to be a wide receiver. You be a tight end, you'll be fine.
God. Tony, you guys just need to find the next Marvin Harrison. He's got to be out there somewhere.
Yeah, he is.
He's at Ohio State right now.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Hey, listen, that's what I'm saying. Hey, you need to get on that guy like a fly on fly paper or something of that nature.
He wears number 18 in Ohio State.
Hey, he needs to wear number 18 for you guys, and let's go. Let's get the ball rolling again.
He can. It's been retired. He can wear 8.
Hey, you know what? Let me tell you something. Marvin Harrison can tell the Colts, hey, I want my son to wear that number. The Colts going to unretire that shit, okay?
Or they'd let him wear 88 for his dad. I mean, either one.
18's Peyton's number.
That's what's going to happen, Jay. Arch Manning's going to end up in Indy. Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to end up in Indy. We're going to run it back with Manning and Harrison.
I don't know. You
know what? Hey, I wouldn't mind seeing that. I miss that, man. And I'm not a Colts fan, but I do miss the Manning and Harrison connection. I mean, it was a good connection.
Now, question though: Do you think Arch would want to do that? Because to me, it's like each Manning has wanted to kind of build their own legacy since their dad. So like obviously Archie was on the Saints. He wore 8. Eli wore 10. Peyton wore 18. And the Giants, the Colts. Then of course, technically Eli was a Charger for like 5 seconds, and then a Giant.
Let me tell you something. If I was a quarterback, I'd tell him I want the number 69, please.
69, of course. I can see that being Jay. But like
that's an offensive lineman. I don't care.
Offensive or defensive line, either one.
Working into my contract.
But I don't know. To me, I could
in the front, put 9 in the back, call it a misprint, and let's go.
But I could see Arch saying he wouldn't want to go to the Colts just because it's Peyton's team. I could see Arch wanting to go to somebody else just to make his own name and his own legacy.
That's fine. Hey, he can bring his ass to the Cowboys. That's fine with me.
I'm good with that.
Cowboys. That's fine.
I'm good with that. Dak can take a hike. Bye, Dak. Bye, Dakota.
Hey.
Actually, tell you what.
Jay was ready to get rid of Dak earlier this season. We'll keep Cooper Rush.
Actually, here, tell you what. I'll keep Dak only against divisional games. Like if it's against the Giants, the Commanders, or the Eagles, I will keep Dak Prescott. Everybody else, it's Arch Manning. Like his Dak, for whatever reason, only knows how to beat the NFC East. He can't beat anybody else. He
Let me
just
tell
only
you
knows how to
something.
beat the
This
NFC
year
East.
and this year alone, if the Cowboys found them way into the playoffs, which I think they will, once we hit the first round of the playoffs, I'm going to be like, yo, Dak, hey, man, my boy, Blue. You believe that? You believe I gave you enough rope? You think I gave you enough rope when I dropped this cinder block? You think I gave you enough rope? Okay, boy, Blue. You want to sit over there on that bench, okay? We're going to bring Cooper in here. Cooper Rush. Dak could never get us to the promised land. Could you please take over this seat for a minute?
You trust I gave you enough rope attached to that cinder block?
Blue Pulaski. I love Blue Pulaski, man.
I
saw a guy playing a guitar last night in a rock and roll band at a bar, and I looked at my wife and I said, damn it, that ain't Blue Pulaski.
Like you honestly want to know what it was for me that said, you know what, Dak is not the guy. When he lost to Karen freaking Rodgers up 28-14. They were 100 franchise wide since 1960. They were either 194 or 195-0 when up 14-0 against a team. And now they're 194-1 against Karen bleeping Rodgers.
That was what
Green Bay Packers.
That was when they hit that pass down the sideline to Cook, wasn't it?
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah, and again, the interesting part about that too is if okay. So, do you blame? I'm not going to turn this into Cowboys. This is clearly the horseshoe talk. I'm sorry. We're a-holes over here. I apologize. We're a typical cross section of Dallas community.
Say we're typical Cowboys fans. We make it all about us.
Typical Cowboys fans. But I do got to ask you this, man. Look, I wonder what would Dak do if he had a better play caller? I don't think all of it's Dak's fault, but I still put a little bit of on the play calling.
So you don't like Kellen Moore then?
No. I don't like Kellen Moore or Mike McCarthy. At this point, I'm ready to let them both go and start fresh. No. I'm ready to bring in Sean Payton and let Sean Payton reevaluate Kellen Moore. And if he says he's good, okay. And if he says he's not, then let's Sean bring in who you need to bring in. Let's roll, baby.
But I don't know, because Jay, here's my question: will he really do any better? Like you look at who he had. Crap, I can't remember his name from 2016. He was Romo's offensive coordinator. He was great up until he got Dak, and then he turned terrible. I can't remember his name.
Who was Campo? What was Campo was defense, wasn't he? And then you had freaking what's that other dude's name? Damn it!
Hold on, I'll tell you here in a second.
I know I can see his face. I'm terrible at names.
More fired up in the second half, man.
Well, you're only down by 10.
Scott Linehan.
What's that?
Scott Linehan. That was Scott Linehan was
Scott Linehan. That's right.
Yeah, Wade Phillips was the head coach from 2007 until 2010. And then
I still thought Wade Phillips was a good. When we had Wade, the good thing about Wade Phillips was Wade Phillips had good discipline over his team. We didn't have the penalties like we do now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my God. No kidding. Yeah. But then we got the clap, and then we got Mike McCarthy.
Man, you're being nice when you said clap. I was saying chlamydia, but whatever.
I mean, same thing. He's the ginger clap.
They're not the same thing. Unless you've had the clap or chlamydia.
Yeah, to me, I mean, he went 13-3 with Scott Linehan calling the plays, and then 9-7 without Zeke for 6 games. And then you get Kellen Moore, and then, I mean, you still do great, but you're also, just barely being able to, squeak anything out. And to me, Dak has a little bit of that Tony Romo in him of let me make a mistake of when I don't need to make a mistake. And when my team can't bail me out, that's when I'm in trouble. Like, he can't make up for a bad defense. I'm not going to take that away from him at all. No quarterback can really make up for a bad defense. But
yeah.
Frankie, don't worry about it.
Hey, what do you think about bringing Dungy back? And not bringing him back as a coach, but bringing Tony Dungy back and being like, have him as an advisor when you start looking at future head coaches for the Colts, and just have him weigh in on the interview questioning and things like that. Put him in because he's got a pedigree. Look, Tony Dungy's smart as hell. I would have that man sit in on the interview process do the interview, have Tony ask a certain set of questions that he wanted to ask, let the candidate do all he had to do, dismiss the candidate, bring in another candidate, and have Tony just keep doing it and stop piling your records on these interviews. And then when it's all said and done, if I'm Jim Irsay, I'm like, yo, Tone, give me your thought process. You saw all the candidates. What do you think?
Oh, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if they brought Dungy back at all. But what you just said is kind of what the role of Jeff Saturday was before he got this job. A lot of people forget that he was a consultant for the Colts before he got hired as
true. But again, Saturday don't have the qualifications that Tony Dungy has. Saturday got the qualifications.
No, I'm not saying he does. I'm just saying a lot of people are forgetting that.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, Jeff, I want to bring this guy to be in the center, and I want you to sit in and evaluate him as a center. Okay, but if you want to coach, you got to go to the coach. And Dungy was a coach, man. Well, he got 2 Super Bowls? One with Tampa, one with you guys. So he knows.
Just one Super Bowl.
But
I thought he got one with Tampa as well. He didn't go with Tampa.
John Gruden won the Super Bowl with Tampa with his team.
Yeah, but Tony was his defensive coordinator because he was the one that came up with the whole Tampa.
Tony was gone when they won the Super Bowl.
Was he?
He was with the Colts. Yep.
Yeah,
no, you're right.
You're
right. It was good, but he still had. I thought he still had pretty good success with Tampa. But
I think.
No, he done good in Tampa. He just never got a Super Bowl.
Gruden won with Dungy's team.
I say, yeah, because Tony Dungy is one that built that defense.
Yes.
Yep.
It's like he had a huge part in it.
Yes.
Yes. They got rid of him, and then they won it like the next year, and he was in Indy.
Let's see. Yeah, because he was okay. Yeah, so they won it in 2003, and Tony left the Buccaneers in 2001 and became the head coach of the Colts in 2002. So you're right. So yeah, he only won one Super Bowl, but I mean, again, he built probably one of the best defenses for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I mean, got a franchise like Tampa Bay even close to a Super Bowl. When I mean, you look at it realistically, they're one of the worst franchises in NFL history.
And honestly, I think he would have got another one with the Colts if that stuff if his son wouldn't have passed away that season.
Yeah.
Yeah, it changed everything with him and the team.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, and it's easy to say that, but I mean, I think they would have had a good chance if things didn't happen that way.
Yeah, I agree.
I think and even from another perspective, if Irsay goes to Saturday and says, "Look, Saturday, before we start this head coaching process of looking who's going to be the head coach, do you want to be considered?" You're going to give him that, right? You can give that respect. And if he says yes, well, then you interview him like you're a regular head coach. And if he says no, hey, if he says no, then if you're Irsay, I'm like, hey, bro, I respect it. Do me a favor. I'm going to have Tony come in. Can you come in? And the both of you sit in on all these damn interviews, and you tell me from a player's perspective what you think. Tony can give me the professional coach's opinion. I think you weigh all these opinions, and then you try to narrow down. That's a lot of experience to draw off of, right?
Yeah. And the thing about Dungy didn't get fired from the Colts. He decided to retire from coaching.
He came back?
Huh? No, he just retired.
I thought he retired.
Yeah, he retired. That's what I'm saying. He didn't get fired as a Colts coach. He retired, and Jim Caldwell was promoted up to coach.
And they made it Super Bowl.
Yeah, and then we made it to the Super Bowl with Jim Caldwell.
Yeah.
I just think if I'm Irsay and I'm looking for my next head coach to get me where I need to go, I want as much experience in that room when I'm interviewing as possible. And if Saturday doesn't want to interview for the head coach, I'm bringing Saturday. I'm bringing Dungy. I'm bringing everybody I can.
Yeah, we did. He was wide open in the end zone. He just didn't make a very good throw.
That's all right. So we're down to what, 16? We got 56 seconds left.
Yeah, he just didn't put a good throw on him. He puts a good throw on him. That's a touchdown.
Yeah, so it's now.
I think if you walk away with this at a bare minimum of 16-6 and a half, that puts you down by 2 scores. And then I really got to believe, man, if you're not coming out using Taylor, man, then what the fuck are we doing?
Well, I mean, here's the next question, though. I mean, if can the Colts offense be that good in basically under a minute? Because I mean, they haven't really done that most of the season. I mean, yeah, a couple moments here and there, but it's, can they do that consistently? And, really, can they build off of that if they do? Because then if you can't, so say you get to even in field goal range throwing the ball and you go in halftime, like, man, we were able to do that in like, say 50 seconds, you're able to get down the field into field goal position. Do you say, all right, we're going to run the ball, or do you say, okay, we got to keep throwing it?
And correct me if I'm wrong, I might be wrong, but I believe Pittsburgh is the one that started that game off with the kickoff, correct?
Yeah, Colts get the ball at start third quarter.
So you go into this bad boy and you get the field goal, and then you come back on offense right off the rip. That field goal will put you in a good momentum spot to get back into it. If you get that quick score, that first score, then you're in the game.
Oh wow, this is a good return.
It was a good return. I think you get out to about the 30. What, the 30, 35?
Yeah. So I mean, better
Yeah,
position.
he got out to the 40.
So 48 seconds, and you've got 2 timeouts still. So
yeah, man. Hey, you do everything you can to get that field goal. If you get the touchdown, that's great. But you just got to put points on the board as you go into halftime. That when we come out.
He's been returning the ball pretty good here lately.
Yeah. Yeah, right at the 40-yard line.
But the thing, like Tony was saying, the only thing is, if you complete a couple passes, they might come out in the third quarter and get pass happy.
But again, if you score here, which they just got across the 50 and they got a first down, if you put points on the board here, then you've got to freaking. You don't have to air it out. Just put Taylor in and let Taylor do Taylor.
Oh no, I agree with you, but like Tony said, they might think, oh, we had some success throwing the ball.
Oh, I understand. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that probably will be what they're thinking because they want to get back quick and happy. But
yeah,
man, I mean, slow and steady wins the race.
Like yeah, to me, if they are able to get the quick strike, that's great. But then, yeah, that to me is where they would need to use Taylor a little bit more. Because I mean, if you do, you can milk the clock down. You make the game more manageable. And
I mean,
tell me this. Hey, just explain to me this. Taylor got the damn rock 6 times in this first half. 6. He got you 34 yards, 5.7 average, and you don't want to freaking run his ass.
Yeah, you got to run the ball, man. He needs 20 carries a game.
But see, again, if Saturday had more experience and understanding of this shit, why is he not talking to his coordinator, being like, "Good guy, look, I know I'm giving you autonomy here, but at the same time, you've only run the damn ball 6 times, and the guy's averaging 5.7 on average."
They did that. They did that when the other coach was there.
They did that with Reich. Yeah, they
lost to New England. They lost to New England.
I'm not saying you got to beat up the offensive coordinator's wazoo or even take the play calling away from him. But if I'm looking at the big picture, right? I'm the guy looking at the big picture, and my big picture tells me 5.7 average, but only 6 times ran, and I'm down.
I forget who they lost to, but they lost 19-10. It was I think it was Tennessee.
Tennessee.
It was 16-10 in the middle of the fourth quarter. He only ran the ball 10 times in that game for over 60 yards. He averaged over 6 yards per carry, and he only got 10 carries.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my period. If you're the overall guru, you don't got to look at everything. You just got to look at the main things. And the main thing is the head coaches. I'm noticing my play calling. Taylor only getting the ball 6 times. Why? And I want to go to my coordinator. I'm not telling you how to run your job. But just explain to me, why are we only giving Taylor 6 carries in the first half? Can you just explain to me why we're not using to him more? And I'm not trying, come on, man, question people. It's okay to question.
Well, and you got to remember, I mean, that's what they were really questioning Reich about, through the first half of the season is, you don't have a quarterback, so they expect you to be more run heavy. And Frank's like, no, we're not going to do that. And I feel like that just kind of carried over with Jeff because that, like I said, that was Frank's big question is, hey, you've got this all-star running back, this once-in-a-generational type talent that, had a great year last year and so on and so forth, and you're not using him. Yeah. I mean, that's been the number one question all season is why don't they use him more?
First couple of games, Saturday seemed like they were using them more, but not tonight.
But again, that's where I feel like I like Saturday, but I feel like the lack of a coaching experience is just he's just not, putting his stamp on things. And his stamp, and look, I'm not even a damn head coach, but I can see and I know numbers, and numbers tell me 5.7.
Catch the ball.
Yeah, y'all just saw that one too.
Yeah, that was pretty ugly. That was just a clear drop.
That was.
Yep.
So now you're 4th down, 3 seconds left, and it looks like they're right at about the 44, 45. I don't know what y'all's field goal kicker range is. Is he pretty good on the leg?
I don't think so.
That's fine out. I mean, I'd have him try it because I mean, what else are you gonna lose at this point?
Well, you have to.
Well, it's certainly less than 60. So you're looking at about a mid. Oh, so 57 is his longest. That was back in 21 against the Browns versus.
Okay.
That's going to be about a 58-yarder.
So that's at the outer edge of his limit. I mean, it can be made. Shit.
And I mean, it's inside, so I mean,
There's
it's
no time
temperature
left.
controlled. He ain't got to worry about no wind.
Oh, he's got a beard too. Use the power of the beard, McLaughlin. Use the power of the beard.
Well,
Matt
he
Ryan,
kicked
get
that one earlier. He kicked the hell out of it. So.
Yeah.
Say, Matt Ryan, get your crazy eyes off. Going crazy. You ain't got no right to have your crazy eyes on, sir.
Man.
Pittsburgh called a timeout to Icy. Mike said, not today, sir.
Oh, he's got a nice little beard up underneath there, too. Oh, if you miss this, I'm shaving your beard.
Oh, it's a 59-yarder.
Shave your beard. Gosh, it looks like a Viking kicker. And if you miss this, you're screwed.
59-yarder. It's a hell of a kick.
If you miss this, you go back to YMCA.
You go back to youth league kicking.
We'll put you back to youth league
What was
kicking.
it? Justin Tucker tried about 58 yesterday and barely missed it.
That was longer than that.
Or was it 60?
I thought it was 60. I think it was real long.
Yeah, it might have been like 65. No, it was like a 66-yarder.
66
He
yards.
barely missed it.
Oh, here we go. Oh, damn.
Missed it.
Damn. I don't know who it was that got a piece of it, but
Oh,
they got a piece of that one.
yeah, they did. Oof.
Wow.
I would say that's kind of the epitome of the Colts like season so far for the most part. Like it's right there. It's right there.
Oh, yeah. Who is that? That's number 92. Whoever 92 is got the tip on it.
Damn.
Jeff, you pussy. Let's see what you say.
That is something you got to worry about on them long kicks. So even more is getting blocked.
Mm-hmm. Well, getting blocked or
Did you hear what Jeff just said? They asked him, Jeff, man, hey, what's going on with your team today? What's going on with not running Jonathan Taylor enough? And Jeff responded, I didn't use enough hair gel today. I'm sorry.
I mean, talk about a Bill Belichick answer. I mean, like, I'm not giving you anything. Like, I'm just like, don't worry about what I'm doing. Like, I'm gonna figure it out. Don't worry about it.
Oh, he said, hey, what a time to be alive. Jeez. Hey, guys, if it makes you feel better, man, I can always trade you. I'll send you Mike McCarthy. No problems whatsoever. I don't want to draft him.
No, Dad's over here punching the microphone.
Send it to you.
Yeah, you could take. Actually, tell you what, I'll do you one better.
Hey,
I'll
believe
take
the
Jay's
blood-
trade. I'll take
That's what
Jay's
I
trade,
do.
and I'll up it. I'll give you Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore. You ain't even got to give us draft picks in return. You just take Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore.
Nah.
We don't need nothing back in return.
Hey,
You
I'll
just
even
take
have it FedEx over with a tracking number.
overnight. Like you have it. Like you say the word right now. It'll be shipped by 9:45 our time, and it'll get there by 7:00 tomorrow morning.
Oh no, fuck. That wasn't a good
I
first
just don't
half.
understand. Man. You go in the house 16-3 and you run 6 for 57, and you got by look, let's be honest. There's not an offensive player on both sides of the ball is better than Taylor. And yet he's only touched the ball 6 damn times. I don't understand that. I'm sorry. Gonzo, hey, I'm going to tell you like I tell Mike McCarthy, I tell you like the Cowboy. I got the best damn player on the field, and he's only touched the rock 6 times. What are we doing? Jeff, it's Jim. You either get this dude the rock or I'm firing your ass.
Reich was right. Matt Ryan's done like fried rice.
And it's not so much he's even done like fried rice. They're just not giving that damn ball to the best player on the field.
And honestly, he doesn't have anybody to throw to. Like that was the thing. I was kind of excited when they got Matt Ryan, but then I was like, wait a minute. Who's Matt going to throw to? Like, at least in Atlanta, he had Kyle Pitts. Like, you had Cordell Patterson. Like, and again, like Jay said, you gave it to Cordell Patterson and you threw it to Kyle Pitts. You're not doing that here. They don't have that here. I'm like, man, if they had somebody like that, Matt would probably be okay. But
I just don't understand when you got a literal stud sitting there looking at you in the face, salivating, and you only give him the rock 6 times. I don't understand it. I don't understand. I bet I could go out there and call this game and do whatever. Look, just give me the coordinators. I'm gonna let the coordinators do their job. I'm gonna sit there. Maybe I walk a little here, maybe I walk a little there with my little Jack Daniels. I'm gonna have my little Jack. Look, that's my caveat, my contract. I'm gonna have they look like earmuffs, but those fuckers are filled with Jack, and I'm gonna have 2 little straws coming down, and I'm gonna have me a little microphone. And I want a direct feed. I want a direct feed into Matt Ryan's helmet. And I'm going to tell him, Matt.
Hand the ball off.
Matt. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm about 2 pints in. But I swear to God, on everything that's freaking holy that I know to my mother, if you don't give that dude the damn rock, I will come out there and throat punch you. End of story. Do we understand each other?
Ooh, this is a good question.
I'm just like, I'm being funny about it, but Gonzo, do you see what I'm saying? Give the dude the rock.
Hey, believe me, I see what you're saying. I've been watching it all season.
Yeah. And is Calvin Ridley better than 1,000%? 1,000% better than Michael Pittman.
Okay, I want to know this. Speaking of Calvin Ridley, the dude got busted for gambling. He's been out for a hot minute. When do we see Calvin Ridley back in uniform?
Oh, he'll be
next
back
year in a Jaguars uniform because he got traded to the Jags, the team that he said he made the bet on.
No, I know that. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, are we going to see him this season, or is his suspension out for net? Like, what do we see?
It's all of this season.
So we'll see him next season.
Yeah, we'll see him next season.
Oh, I bet when Calvin comes back, he's going to be ready to hit the ground running.
I mean, think about it. What does this do for the Colts then? Because you have Trevor Lawrence, and Trevor Lawrence will then have Calvin Ridley. He'll have Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, potentially Evan Ingram if they decide to bring him back. Potentially Marvin Jones if they decide to bring him back, and still a young plethora of defensive picks. Hell, they have Walker from Georgia, middle linebacker. So I mean, it might be ugly. The Jags might be competitive next year. I mean, heck, they upset the Ravens. They did what nobody thought. They did what I didn't think they could do.
I didn't think they'd beat the Ravens.
Hey, real quick, man. I don't want to jump too much in, but I do think we need to talk about this just a little bit. Frankie put on there in the group chat. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's pretty amazing. I don't like the Patriots. I freaking detest them. I hate Robert Kraft with all the passion in my heart. But I do want to acknowledge Robert Kraft. You gave the team plane he loaned the team plane to the University of Virginia football team to travel to funerals of the fallen players. That's badass. Honestly, this isn't the first time that Kraft has done something like this. I think he also – correct me if I'm wrong, Tony, you might know, you're a little bit better with the history than I am, but I know he also loaned the plane for another charitable cause. I don't remember what the charitable cause was, but this is the first time he's given the charter team out for a charitable cause or for something of good nature. You know what I mean? So, but I tip my hat off to Robert Kraft. As much as I don't like you or your team, I respect and love the gestures for what you're doing to give back to those who are grieving or in need. Rob, I'm going to change my stance on you. You're a badass person. I appreciate you.
I agree.
What a time to be alive, man. I mean, honestly, because I don't know how all those families were going to, because they were saying at every funeral, the whole team would be there. And I don't know if Robert Kraft doesn't donate that plane to the families to get them back and forth and the football players back and forth. I don't know how they would have done that. That would have been an extreme undertaking. So Robert Kraft, man, mad respect. I might not like the Patriots, but I absolutely respect and love the compassion for what you have for humanity. So I just want to say thank you.
And since Chris is gone for a hot second, we can talk about it for a little bit because it is still Horseshoe Talk, but we're at halftime. Can we smack talk the Washington Commanders for two reasons? A, because they didn't do this like Robert Kraft did. Like, it took a team that's not even like remotely close to Virginia to do this. Washington didn't do it, and the disrespect to Sean Taylor's memorial.
That Sean Taylor memorial was crap.
You have a mannequin.
Put a mannequin in there wearing a damn jersey.
Well, no, here's what's even worse. So it's a Nike jersey. So they came out with Nike. So the Nike jerseys came back in 2012. Reebok pants, black gloves, which apparently he never wore, and then Adidas soccer cleats.
Yeah.
On the mannequin, all encased in glass. I'm like, what? So this is the second time you've had an opportunity to truly honor Sean Taylor, and you screwed it up again. Like if I'm Sean Taylor
in glass, because if it was personal things that he wore or personal things of value, yeah, I would want it put in glass, because let's be honest, there's assholes out there who do some stupid stuff. So you do got to put it in glass, unless you put a bronze statue out there of him, which, by the way, if there's not a bronze statue out there, there should be a freaking bronze statue out there. But if you're going to put Sean Taylor on display in a glass enclosure, which again, I'm okay with, just make it look like you actually gave a damn.
Like, that's my thing. Like if they put it in a glass case, to, like you said, if it's like stuff he actually wore, like the pants, more than likely
it should be on a freaking mannequin.
Right.
If you want to have some game jersey worn stuff, go make a bronze statue. Put the jersey on a bronze statue, and I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But this half-ass mannequin shit, that looked like J.C. Penney's.
Here, actually, Drunk said it the best. Was literally a Nike ad. Is an ad in a Nike store. It's exactly what it was.
Oh no! Oh, it was worse than that. No, I'm gonna tell you right now. It was like an ad put in a Goodwill store with the green tag on it saying it's half off. That's how cheapy it was.
Yeah, because
it wasn't even Nike worthy or Reebok worthy.
No,
you can't tell me Nike would put something like that together, or Reebok would.
No,
they're not gonna put their name on that.
No. And honestly, if I was Sean Taylor's family, the minute I would have saw that, I'd have been like, no, y'all keep his name out of his mouth. We are done with you.
Absolutely.
Stop trying to do anything. You keep making it worse. You are not honoring this. You literally make a mockery of this man every 5 seconds that y'all get. And he's supposed to be like, one of your most honored. No, get that out.
And by the way, speaking, and Tony, I bet you, I can't imagine how much weight this would carry. But we know that Jeff Bezos is buying the damn team. It's going through Bank of America. Bank of America is foreseeing the sale of the team. But we know Jeff Bezos is buying the team.
Oh, yeah.
And I tell you right now, Jeff, I don't know you personally, but I do know you're a pretty astute businessman. And I do know that you do have a certain brand recognition for everything it is that you do. And I'm telling you right now, if you take over the team, if you take over this Washington Commanders team, your first order of business, if you want to set the culture, if you want to set the tone, if you want to set the environment for which you're operating and the success for which you want your team to go, then you tear down that bullshit and you put up a real statue or a real display to Sean Taylor that shows that you give a damn. And if you do that, you'll not only win over the hearts of Washington, but you'll win over the hearts of your team. Yep. And if you can get that, then, my friend, you could probably get back to the Super Bowl. And I'm a Cowboys fan, but I'd probably even give you a mad shout out just because of what you did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. To me, that this is where, to me, Washington started to go on the downhill again. Like, for a second time. Like, you think about the fact that they changed their name to the Washington Football Team, and they started they didn't necessarily start winning, but they won the division, and you could see the culture change. Ron Rivera is the head coach. They get Chase Young. It's like, okay, you start to believe a little bit, and it's like, okay, Washington's going to come up with a new name, but they're not going to come up with it for 2 years. So you're like, man, they're really putting thought. They're really putting time and effort into this name, into what they're doing. And then they come up with some bull crap like Commanders. Like, I'm still personally upset that it's not Red Wolves. Like, even as another Cowboys fan, you know how badass it would have been for them to be called the Red Wolves. Like,
I was actually hoping they would go with Red Tails, only as a tribute to the Tuskegee Airmen.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I don't know how many of y'all have ever been or have lived in the city of Washington, D.C. I call it a city. It's really a district. I apologize. It's a 36 by 36 square mile. I actually lived at 1526 Howard Road down there in Southeast Anacostia. And if anybody wants to ride by there and just say, hey, this is the home of former Jay McLovin, and put a little statuesque of me out there, just don't make it look like that Snyder bullshit.
You're not even getting that, Jay. You getting a paper mannequin. You gonna crumble the minute.
And I'm okay with that. Hey, I'm okay with that as long as above the paper mannequin you put my nickname in. My nickname, no doubt, Tony. I'm dead serious. I'm not even joking at this point. I was the only white person in that whole damn neighborhood, and they called me Saltine, and I wore that with a badge of honor. That's not even the half of it. I mean, but I love DC. I love DC. I love the people of Anacostia. And matter of fact, I guarantee if I went down Howard Road right now, they would be like, "Oh damn, I ain't seen that dude in like 10 years, but I know who he is." They know who I am, Tony. I've been throughout that whole damn neighborhood. Anybody knows a Philly sports guy? I was a Philly sports guy of Southeast DC. I promise they know who I am. But I'm saying this. I'm just saying this. Look, if you're going to represent, if you're going to do something in the city, do it right. Don't give these people this lame ass bullshit.
Yep.
Don't give them this lame ass bullshit. And that mannequin, and I'm going to tell you right now, back to my original thought press on the Red Tails. If you know anything about DC, DC is known for a couple of things. The main thing that DC is known for is all of the commemorative statues to different war heroes or presidents or whatever, right? I mean, DC is a very quote unquote Smithsonian, for crying out loud, historically themed city. Number one. Number two, it's also very predominantly Black oriented community and population. Yeah. So what better way to say to the brotherhood of that city, we're going to call you the Red Tails. We're going to make a tribute to the Tuskegee Airmen, which is historical. And then we're going to also honor the African Americans that contributed to this great nation all the way from the damn Civil War, all the way up to where we are currently in present day Afghanistan. Well, now that conflict is over, now we're out there in freaking wherever. But the point of the matter is that city resonates in their heritage. It resonates in their heritage. Mm-hmm. And the fact that you went some way outside their heritage is completely stupid to me. I'm sorry. I'm off my soapbox.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it makes sense. Mine was honestly, I didn't look at it in that perspective. I looked at it in the perspective of like kind of keeping with the traditional football name. And I mean, the concepts you could have done with it. I mean, you could have called the end zone.
You could have called it the Red Tails and had a plane. Like one of those old school World War II planes on the side of your helmet. That'd have been dope. My thing is, whatever it is you name your mascot, that mascot should represent your city. Yeah. And Commanders does not represent it. Red Tails would absolutely represent everything there is to know about DC.
Well, Commanders doesn't represent it. It literally looks like they went on like Madden 07 and created a team, and they created like the jerseys the exact same way.
20 pounds back. We got to talk horseshoe talk now.
Oh, that's true. Chris is back.
I was back a minute ago, and then all of a sudden,
it kicked you out and like reset everything.
Me and Gonzo were saying since you had to go handle your business and we were at halftime, we were just going to talk about other NFL stuff. But I said, hey, I was trying to give him the huddle hand. He didn't see it. So then I had to be very obsolete about it and be like, Toby's back.
I know he's back. But yeah.
What did I say? If Sean Taylor got that, Jason Campbell going to get a burger bag with his face on it.
Man, I remember when Jason Campbell was the quarterback too. That was such a bad year. I mean, every year for Washington has been
what a return on the kickoff.
Say, I didn't see it. Hold on.
Almost ran it all the way back.
Whoop, whoop.
89 yards.
Oh yeah, look at that 1st and 10 at the Pittsburgh 19. Okay, CJ, maybe Jeff did talk to the guys.
No,
Like,
I
look,
think maybe us talking took them. We obviously brought good luck to the Colts.
And they handed the ball off to Taylor first play. Oh,
Hey, do you think they caught our show at halftime? I don't know. I'm just asking.
like, I don't know who this one long bearded guy is, but by God, he has a point. Matt Ryan, you're getting throat punched if you don't hand the ball off.
But it's true. If I'm the head coach, Matt, I swear to God, if you fucking don't hand that ball off, I'm gonna come out there and throat punch you, motherfucker.
ran the kickoff back 89 yards. Flowers did.
Yeah, that's you can't ask for. And Matt Ryan's throwing it on 3rd down.
We ran the ball. Well, you ran the ball the first 2 rounds. At least we did run the ball.
That's true. That's true. I can already see Jay being like Matt, we had this talk. You do not throw the ball. We run the ball. You don't throw. We run.
Okay, you see what I'm saying? Damn.
But I mean, it was a short little slant route. It's hard to mess those up. Yeah, first completion more than 5 yards. Whoa, wow. Oh, he handed the ball off.
And that's the guy. That's the guy I think could end up being maybe one of our top receivers is Paris Campbell. I really like Campbell.
Reminds me a little bit of Hilton.
Look what they did, Jay. They ran the ball in for a touchdown.
Tony, shut up. You ain't hopping off. You hop off, I'll come find you. But I would request that you read the chat, though.
I did see that.
Touchdown.
Hey, look. Hey, now we're what? We're down by 6.
Well,
A lot of damn time to play.
Oh, yeah. You gotta hit the extra point first. You can't, them are automatic anymore.
Man, hey, listen, ever since they moved it back 5 yards, you'd think they moved it back 10.
Hey, it does make a difference. I mean, we've seen it be blocked before.
Bro, I've seen dudes miss it at the goal line. I don't know how you pull that off.
Actually, I do. It was a kicker that Dallas had back in 2011.
Oh,
His name
you're
is David Bueller. David flipping Bueller. Man,
Tony, how do you not catch the ball and put it in position for the kicker to kick it? Remember when Tony Romo did that shit? I hated Tony Romo. I wanted to throw a punch that dude.
Like, Chris, I don't know if you ever saw that, but David Bueller was notorious. Like, if it was like a 20-yard extra point or like a 20-yard field goal, David Bueller would shank that like wide left, wide right, and there was never a question that he was going to miss. But you give that man like
his nickname was Shank.
Like, you give that man a 59-yard field goal, David Bueller's hitting it right down the middle every single flipping time. It made no sense. It's like when I saw Brett Maher, I was like, oh my God, it's David Bueller 2.0. That's exactly who this man is. It's David Bueller 2.0.
Bro, but when I called Maher the leg. Hey, when he hit that 60 to 57 to 54, I was like, damn, this dude, man, damn.
These time points.
Now,
But you're right. Hey, you're either hit or miss with him, though.
The only thing that I was mad about with that whole entire game was that CD caught the ball. They said, okay, they had Brett kick the field goal, said it was good. And then they're like, actually, we're going to go back and make sure that CD catch was good. I'm like, what the? No, y'all said the rule was you can't go back and look at a play if it's already been done.
And it's true, man. Hey, in all seriousness, man. I mean, because I look at the Titans similar to the way now they do have Treylon Burks. I'm not going to say they do have a little bit of a wide receiver core there, but man, I don't think you're that far off. You get a wide receiver one, a little bit of O-line help, and I'm telling you, man, you're beating the Titans. You'll beat the Titans next year. You address those two little issues, have a good head coach, you'll beat the Titans next year. I have no doubt.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I just want to throw this up there real quick if I can. Mickey Delaney.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you how I'm doing, sir. I'm doing well. How's Seattle doing these days? I'm doing well, though, but how's Seattle How y'all doing these days? Did y'all get an actual team, or are you still operating out of the farm? I'm just curious. Want to know. It's all good.
Nothing you're
I'm
asking.
sorry, I had to do that. Okay, we're back to football now.
Jay's
All right,
always he's always fucking with me.
Man, hey, you know what though? Because me and Mickey Delaney and Frankie C, y'all don't know, but we go way back. There's actually a chat group out there with just the three of us, and I tell you, if you ever put that chat group on Facebook, man, listen, there's probably some punishments that are going to be levied out financially.
Jay be canceled.
I'll be in jail forever. Mickey will definitely be in jail forever. Frankie is going straight to hell. But yeah. I'm just saying, it's you gotta have thick skin to be in that chat.
You guys would be all three of you be canceled.
Bro, Mickey's so old. He's so old. I don't even know if he realizes half the crap that we talk about him. I think it just goes over his head. But I do love Mickey Delaney. Mickey, you know I love you, man. I love you, man. Just not when we're playing baseball.
So that ball hit the ground, didn't it?
All right, gents. Well, I'm a hop off for the night.
No, you're not.
I got a VA appointment tomorrow, Jay. I got a VA appointment tomorrow.
I got a VA appointment tomorrow too. What's your problem?
Oh wait, yeah, you are in East Coast time. I keep thinking that you're in Houston. I'm like, wait, you're on Central time. you can have an extra hour.
No, hey, listen, don't miss your appointment. You miss your appointment, they're gonna take a lot away from you. So you better make that appointment.
I know.
Third and short.
Trying to keep that 70% while I still got it.
Hey, Tony, I need you to private message me your phone number, and I got a VA liaison you might want to talk to see if you can get that 70 bumped up.
Okay.
He's pretty good at what he does. I'll send you his contact information. He's got Gmail, email, phone. I mean, you can get away. You can go with this guy about any way you can think of. But just give me your phone and the thing, and I'll send you a picture of his information.
All right. I appreciate it, guys. Everybody have a good night. It's been fun.
Good night.
All right, you be good, brother.
Talk to you later, man.
Peace.
Hey, before you go, can you just like FedEx me a good T-bone or shank?
Oh yeah, I got you. Don't worry about it. You want the filet mignon? You want the good stuff?
God, man. Just send me a cut of meat in the mail. We good, and I'll send you some fava beans and Chianti tomorrow.
You want it pre-seasoned or no? You want to season it yourself?
Yeah. No, I want the full seasoning.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. Don't even worry about it.
All right. Appreciate you.
See you guys.
See you.
I'll tell you what.
We lost internet connection or something. We got kicked out.
Oh, really?
And it came back, and none of our stuff was on there. Jay and Tony was still there talking, but everything else.
Hey, listen, hey, me and Tony were having full off convos, man. I mean, hey, we were all over the place.
Well, they got us kicked off there. That's no surprise.
Man, if they knew some of those undertones really meant, they probably would. But we put undertones. So FCC, we're still good.
Hey, Colts got off to a good start in the second half with that touchdown, and then forcing a punt. Now, let's see if the offense can get a drive.
Well, now, and you're true. And now I want to kind of see, will they start getting Taylor more involved now that they're back in it?
On that last possession, they gave it to him 2 out of the 4 plays. So we'll see if they keep doing it.
And think about it too, because now you got 2 full quarters. You're only down by 6.
Excuse me, 3 out of the 4 plays. They gave it to him 3 out of the 4 because he ran it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, drunk. I did see that. I did see they got Jose Abreu. My thoughts are this. I thought it was a good pickup. He's 2020 AL MVP. Yeah, I'll take that at my first base spot. Because let's be honest, Gurriel is 34. He's a great defensive first baseman. I think we all saw that. So I'm good with them pick up Abreu from an offensive perspective. I'm good with that, and I don't care if they because now they can rotate Abreu, they can rotate Gurriel, they can rotate Mancini, and then you got Abreu even throw into the DH. So
I think that
Man, hell of a pickup. And let's be honest, I'm pretty sure Astros will let go of Verlander and that $45 million that he's going to want. Even if it's $35 million, 3 years is too much. That's what he's asking for. I'll let the Dodgers take that on. We got a great starting pitching rotation. So, yeah, man, those are the kinds of moves I want to see the Astros continue to make.
Jay, let me ask you something real quick. I know we're football, but about the Dodgers. Do you think they really need more pitching? I think it's more hitting.
I think it's both, honestly. And the reason why I say that is because you got Bueller, who just went in for Tommy John. You got Dustin May that was supposed to come back, then got injured, went back. You got Kershaw that kind of comes in and out of the rotation due to injuries. So their pitching staff, they do have Urias, they do have Gonsolin. It's not that they have two really stable pitchers, but then they got three in and out pitchers. And I don't know that their starting rotation is going to stay healthy enough to get them where they got to go. So I do still think they need pitching, but Verlander at 39, coming out Tommy John, even though he did an incredible season, no doubt they did an incredible season, but do you really want to give a guy 3 years on 39 years of age, coming off Tommy John? I think that's kind of a gamble, especially at $45 million a year. So I'm okay with letting him go, personally. And if the Dodgers want to take him on, more power to them.
Coltrane the ball for 4 yards.
He pushed the damn pile. They gave the block to Taylor, and I swear to God, by himself, maybe he had 1-2 guys with him, but he pushed that pile.
Oh, dude. He breaks the first tackle most times.
Most times. Yeah.
But do you see what I'm saying? When a guy's giving you 5 yards a carry and you're controlling the clock, how are you not using him? So thank God, at least they figured that out.
This is what this offense was supposed to be, Jay. That's what the plan was.
Right there, a beautiful catch. I don't know who number 80 is. I can't see his name, but Woods.
Jelani Woods.
Woods. God. But again,
one of our rookie tight ends.
Giving the ball to Taylor, though, opens up now your receiving core.
Yes.
Well, they've ran 8 plays in the second half, and they've gave it to Taylor 6 of them. So they are in the second half, but they should have been doing it in the first half.
Oh, absolutely. They should have been doing this in the first half. Look at that. Damn. Son of a bitch. God dang. And you don't want to give this dude the rock. You don't want to give this dude the rock. God, that's America.
Hey, me and Dad were big Jonathan Taylor fans before he ever came to the Colts.
Oh, yeah. I watched him
play for Wisconsin in college.
I'm a great Big Ten fan. So I watch a lot of Big Ten. I'm an IU fan, but you got to be a Big Ten fan when you're an IU fan because IU sucks in football. So
I'm assuming by now you guys have just seen the run I was talking about. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
The dude is a beast.
Oh yeah, he is a beast, man, and he can catch the ball out of the backfield too.
No, but did you see this guy? He's got 70 yards tonight, and he's got 38 yards after contact.
Yep. When they got him in the draft, Jay, I went nuts. I went crazy. I would too. Because I knew what they got. And all these people that passed on him, I'm like, you are fools. Because I watched them.
We watched them in college.
I watched them in Wisconsin.
But I think if you're looking at this drive in particular, you're seeing them run the ball with ease. And he's also seeing them make 2 or 3 different connections to the receivers.
Yes.
With with a lot of space, honestly.
Yes.
And again, they're about to get another first down. He got really close to that.
Harris Campbell.
If he didn't get that, you got to go on 4th and 1. Saturday, go for it on 4th and 1. Please, go for it. You're good. And give the ball back to freaking Taylor, please. If he doesn't give the ball to Taylor, I'm going to have an aneurysm.
Don't go that far, Jay.
No, don't do that.
I'm not going that far, but I hate it when they obvious, and it doesn't need to be up the middle. They should do a misdirection and go left. They've already gone in motion to the left. I would do a misdirection and have Taylor go to the right side of that line. That was not the right play. That was not the right play. Did you get it?
Yeah. Where they're at, it's probably not field goal range, is it?
Wow, if he got that. Yeah, he did get it first. Okay. I don't know if I would have ran that, but okay. Hey, do you, boo-boo. As long as you can get it.
What, a 52-yarder, 51-yarder?
Yeah, it's been
I'm in a really weird conundrum because I bet my first sergeant a handle of alcohol. And
Oh, yeah,
now
he got it, he got it.
Colts, I don't know, whatever. It's all good. Let's go.
Woo. I wouldn't have called. I would have called either, but he did get it.
Bam! Oh, flag! Oh, he's probably gonna call illegal hit or whatever the fuck that they call him when they hit him. What is it called when you hit him below the waist and when you hit him in the knees? What's the penalty for that? Is it roughing the receiver?
It was a receiver got hit in the legs.
I didn't see it, so I don't.
Yeah, you'll see it in a second. All right, he got very close to the holding. They're calling holding against the defense.
Oh, okay.
First down. Oh no, that would have been off. I think that would have been the offense because it's still 1st and 10. So it would have been holding against the offense.
That wouldn't be 1st and 10 if it's against the offense, would it?
Or maybe
I think they
it's
declined
defense.
it. I think it was going to be against the defense, but the result of the play was a first down.
Yeah, defensive holding.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're right. I
Yeah, they
stand
declined
corrected.
it.
I apologize.
Hey, Jay,
Well, they're definitely in field goal range. If they don't,
Oh yeah, that was definitely holding.
Yeah, it
Damn.
was.
I don't know how Woods got away from him to get to the ball.
Yeah, I just saw that too. That was definitely hold because he had him on either edge of the shoulder pad.
Yeah.
And Woods is a rookie. He's a guy I think could end up being a good tight end for us. He's big body tight
But
end.
they had a rookie tight end that they was really high on and got hurt and is out for the season.
That's Mo Alley Cox. He said his name much this year. Yeah. He's been kind of a disappointment.
Oh, bro, you should have had that.
We're on 2nd and 7. See if he messaged me back.
Man, if it hits you at both them hands and you don't bring it in, that's an issue.
Yep.
Oh, man. Okay, well.
That is definitely
37% through week 11 on 3rd down conversions for the Colts.
Pierce, he's had a few of those.
That's Pittman.
Pittman, okay. I thought it was Pierce at first. Yeah, Pittman. He's had a few too. So Pierce and him both have missed a few this year. I still have faith that Pittman could be a number 1 receiver, but
catch it.
It's hard to be a number 1 if you don't have a true number 2 and number 3
So
too.
now you're looking at 4th down, 2 yards. You're obviously in field goal range. Do you kick it or do you go for it?
I think
you
this early. I think you kick the field goal. In my opinion, I would.
I think you take the points.
Well, and that's a trick, right? So you can be 3 down. They're going to kick it, by the way, but you can be 3 down off of this. You could have been 1 point up, though, had you gone for the touchdown, gone for the drive continuing.
I like the decision though to take the points here just because it gets you within 3.
And you're still in the 3rd quarter.
I don't know, like I said, I mean, either way, you're not wrong. I mean, you're not bad because you got 5:20 left in the 3rd, and you still got a full 4th, and you're only down by 3. So
you're looking a lot better so far this 3rd quarter.
Flag on it. Oh snap! Oh, he jumped off sides. Oh, wow. So now you got 1st down. The drive continues.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That's a big mistake by Pittsburgh.
Yep.
That dude's probably thinking to himself, oh, I guess I'm going on the practice squad.
The thing is, look how much more energy that they've came out with in the second half from the first half.
Oh, yeah. They're in it. But again, it's because they set the tone, 1 with that return, and then 2 with getting Taylor more involved. Yeah, you're going to have that positive energy coming into it.
But I think for them too, you got to get off to a good start. They did that against Washington. They came out and threw a bunch of passes. With Ellinger's first game, they threw a bunch of passes. They come out today and threw a bunch of passes and got off to a bad start. they're not a good enough team to come out and get a bad start. They got to run the football. You're a run team first. They're not going to be successful trying to throw the ball.
Well, hell, both teams are really run team at this point because neither one of the Steelers or the Colts have a true wide receiver one.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what they do. Oh, okay. All right. Looks like a passing play.
Taylor on first down to about the 5.
Oh, he's gonna throw it away. I thought he had a good shot with Taylor though in the flat. I felt like he could have thrown that short pass to Taylor in the flat. Watch the replay, but watch what Taylor's in the flat.
Taylor's averaging almost 5 yards a carry.
Do you see right now where look? He's open right now. I think if he could have got that ball right as he crossed the line of scrimmage, I think he could have got you 3 or 4, if not a touchdown off that.
Threw it away. Hey,
He might have been able to get Taylor on that one.
Jay, I was looking at some stats.
Now they're gonna call. Oh, we're gonna put him at the 1 with 1 yard if that interference call holds. Oh wow!
He didn't really have a whole lot of options on that play there. 3rd and goal.
Yeah, we're quite a bit behind.
Pass interference. Steelers number 39. Minka Fitzpatrick.
Oh, Fitzpatrick.
The ball at the goal line.
Oh, yep. We just saw the play.
Well, that was a.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know you guys are behind.
Well, that's
no,
fine.
you're cool.
You're cool. No problem. I just want to see. I want to see that because he must have. I mean, from that angle, I can tell that he was all over him. I'm not saying
give him the rock now. Oh God, that was close. Jesus.
Let's see on this replay.
Oh, don't worry about the replay.
He had him hooked.
Yeah, he had him hooked. That was a good call.
Good call.
Oh wow.
Oh, he still almost made the catch.
Wait for it.
Oh, he
Wait,
fumbled. Son of a bitch.
Wait
Ryan
for
got it back though, didn't he?
No, he didn't.
Oh, it looked like he did.
He didn't.
He must have popped out.
Pittsburgh ball, 1st and 10.
Who fumbled it? Taylor?
It was a fumble. Yeah, Taylor fumbled it. It was fumbled in the handoff. And then it got kicked back to Ryan, and then he couldn't corral it before the Steeler defender got to it.
Oh, that was. I think it was Taylor's fault, though.
Yeah, I mean,
I think he took it away from him.
It, but yeah,
I think he had that. I think he took it away from him.
Well, it bounced back, but it bounced back to Ryan.
Yeah, and I know Ryan had it.
I'd have to see that replay again because to me it looked like it was a handoff, but then it bounced back like he didn't have full control over it when he was going forward. I don't know if a defender got to it in Taylor's hands before it bounced back or not.
No. He never got the handoff, but it looked like Ryan recovered it and somebody took it from him.
It looked like he was down on the ground and had it. And then he just took it.
About it.
We saw him reverse one of those yesterday.
All the defenders are strong as hell.
Well, they reversed one like that yesterday.
Sure did.
Damn it. That was a good drive. Had a good drive going. Had momentum coming out of halftime.
Was that whose fault was that? Was it Taylor's fault or was it the quarterback's fault? To me, it looked like it was Taylor's. But I couldn't.
Yeah, it looked like the ball was there. It just looked like he didn't get a hold of it. So 3rd quarter, it looks like the Pittsburgh's going to be taking over the ball right on the 3-yard line. Well, actually about 5 or 6 after that fumble.
It's interesting though. The score of this game is very accurate to the records of both teams. In other words, how equally matched these two teams are, right?
Yep. Damn it, man! That fumble can kill our momentum. We have momentum going.
It can. It can. This is where the defense. Okay, he gets the. Yeah, see, he never had it it was Taylor's fault. It wasn't Ryan
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick's
Taylor never got a
fault.
hold of it.
And then, yeah, he did because the ball was underneath his hands when the defender came in and took it out from underneath it. Because his hands were here, the ball was underneath. He was trying to get his hands over it, but the defender was able to cup it in. Fucking A, man. All right. Defense, you're going to have to stand up here and get the ball back.
Hey, Jay, I was looking at some statistics earlier today. I tell you, Dallas needs to look at that tape from the Redskins and Eagles game because the reason I'm saying that is because they held the Eagles quarterback to only about 20 yards rushing.
They definitely held Hurts. I think the Cowboys Eagles game
also. So some of that was also they limited them on the field too because Washington was on the field about twice as much as the Eagles.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about that game is Eagles were able to capitalize off of Cooper Rush's turnovers in Cowboy territory. So they were already a striking distance right off the rip. I want to see how well this Eagles team plays the Cowboys. As long as Dak protects the ball, that is, how they play them at that point or at that level. You know what I mean? Because
the Colts held Hurts down to the fourth quarter of that last drive, and then Hurts took over the game on the Colts. But other than that, they held him in check.
Yeah, the Cowboys are an interesting organization in terms of after their Super Bowl years, they've always been in great situations to do what they need to do.
Defense made a stop.
Yeah, and they're punting, and they're going to get the ball right at about the 45.
Get decent field position.
Which puts you in really good. I'm stating the obvious, but that puts you in a really great, field position to make a turnaround. But no, hey, I'll tell you, man. It just seems like Dallas always has the way of shooting themselves in the foot. And what I mean by that is, if you look at the Eagles game, when Cooper's giving the ball to you or turning the ball over, at the 40, and you only got to go 30 yards to get a score. It really kills the momentum of anything you could possibly do. And if you go back to the 49ers game, the 49ers game, 16 penalties in the first half, that kills you. And the Cowboys are notorious, for doing stupid things to kill what they should be doing. You know what I mean? Like, for example, even it goes all the way back to Tony Romo when he mishandled the field goal and the game was over and they could have won it with the field goal. I mean, or even gone into overtime with the field goal. So the Cowboys are notorious for shooting themselves in the foot 20 different ways. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Colts got lucky they didn't get called for running into the kicker there on that punt.
Bro, I was kind of thinking the same thing. I was like, wow, if I didn't get called on that one. But you guys got the ball at damn near midfield, and we're still not even in the fourth quarter yet. So even if you don't get a touchdown, if you can just cut the deficit to 3 going into the fourth, I mean, that's you're in good shape.
I'm hoping they don't do like Frank Reich used to do when if Taylor fumbled, quit giving them the ball.
No, things happen.
If that's your issue, then they shouldn't even give the ball to Matt Ryan with all the interceptions that he throws.
Oh, I agree, but dude,
but you know what I'm saying?
Frank Reich,
that's your
yeah. And that wasn't just this year. He do it last year too. We were playing the Ravens last year, but right in the game, Taylor fumbles the ball on a long run. And Taylor didn't play the whole second half, and we got our asses kicked.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's like, dude, sometimes fun. I mean,
49ers, Bucks, Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders are all in the wild card and divisional win or standings. That's correct. Wow, Commanders are in there. Hey, the whole damn NFC East is in the wild card or number one spot. How crazy is that? Golly.
yeah, Commanders have won what, 4 in a row? 4 or 5 in a
I
row?
think it's 4.
Do you find it ironic? Oh, good catch. That was Woods.
Woods had a decent game.
Yeah, Woods just got you. You'll see. I'm gonna spoil it.
It's a
for you.
beautiful.
He got you a first down.
Dude, the Colts have a beautiful stadium to go to,
Yeah, they
man.
do.
Lucas Oil's awesome.
One day I'm gonna make it. There's a lot of stadiums I want to. Hey, listen, Gonzo. You don't know this. Don't tell. Well, tell Tony because he old. He'll forget by tomorrow. But hey, at some point, man, when me and the wife moved down to Houston, man, we're getting an RV and we're gonna fucking tour the whole goddamn U.S. and I'm going to every stadium there is known to man. So I will be seeing you. I may even kidnap you, and we may go see some badass stadiums along the way. And I'm gonna kidnap your dad because let's be honest, he's old and frail and he won't put up much of a fight.
Yeah, I won't. Don't worry. Yeah. Oh, my son-in-law, he's been to quite a few baseball stadiums. He's been to probably about 15 or 16 so far, maybe at least, maybe more.
Gonzo, Gonzo, you know what I want to do, right? I'm gonna have internet on the RV. You know what I'm saying? So what I'd like to do is, while we're going across country between different stadiums, podcast from the bus while we're traveling to different stadiums and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be cool.
Dude, I think that would be
That'd be
freaking.
cool.
That's what I plan on doing, man. Hey, we're gonna scoop up different people along the way. They don't know they're getting scooped up, but I'm gonna scoop them up, and we're just gonna have a big John Madden podcast.
Who's gonna drive this RV while we're doing the show?
Don't you worry about that. Are you driving it? Are you driving it? No. So what are you worried about?
You don't want me driving if we're going to be doing a show at the same time.
Hey, you don't want him driving a period.
Hey, listen. Last time I checked, Mel, she got a little commercial.
Go.
Driving it.
Hey, I drive pretty good in my sleep.
Yeah. He used to drive a bus with
That
a
is
bunch of kids.
absolutely the wrong answer.
He used to drive a van with a bunch of kids for our wrestling team, and one day we woke him up when we was about underneath a bus, or about underneath a truck.
I fell asleep, and we're going around a damn exit, the curve.
Yeah.
Somebody yelled. I wake up. I swear I could have reached over and touched the fucking semi, dude. I don't know how I was even going around the curve.
Crazy. Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you though. You will be on bunk beds, okay? So y'all don't think you get the suite. Hey, don't think you get in the master suite. I got beds, okay?
Only one time, dude. I was driving home from work. I used to work in Indianapolis, about an hour from here, and I was driving home because I leave for work like at 3 a.m. Well, then I'd get back home around 4 or 5 in the afternoon. While I'm driving home, my buddies saw me on 69. They followed me for about 2 miles, dude. I was asleep. They couldn't wake me up. I was driving down the highway, knocked out. I was in the car by myself. They woke me up honking the horn beside me, trying to get me up.
You scored a touchdown, a-hole.
Yep.
You're winning now.
Yep, man.
Now, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Y'all done got the damn score.
We got to hit the extra point.
Yeah, I got to hit the extra point first.
Now, I'm going to throw you hit the extra point. Let's just get it over. You
just don't know sometimes, man. The way the coach
I done gave you the answer, Tony. I gave you the answer to the test. Just right now, Abe.
Mickey said he's going to meet you,
to get 100.
He said he wants to meet him and his beautiful wife.
Yeah, Mickey. I don't know how I got her, man. That was just a string of luck. Coffee Meets Bagels is a badass website for meeting women. It's weird.
Hey, I've also seen him drive and almost run into a train.
No, I don't drive.
Hey, listen. I don't even know if Tony can see over the steering wheel of an RV.
Hey, I don't drive.
Hey, there's a reason why you don't drive.
Hey, Tony said truck driver,
Well,
not a
something
go-go.
Yeah, I don't
No,
drive.
you ain't got it. Hey, all you got. Hey, I'm telling you, man, we're gonna have. Hey, it's gonna be badass. I'm looking at 2025, 2026. We'll be RVing it up. So just be prepared. When I stop by your house, and I don't even give you a moment's notice, I'll be like, Tony.
That's one place we could meet for
Hey,
sure.
yo,
Is in
Tony,
Chicago,
Tony,
man.
I'm in Indianapolis. Just tell me how to get to your house. But grab Pops. The bloodline is on the cruise. We're
bunch of
going.
people
Grab all
in
your
Chicago.
shit. Tear down the Gonzo Sports Room banner. We're going on the road.
He's right.
Hey, I'm
just-
telling you, hey, we're going on the
just,
look. Can either one of you two cook for shit?
Oh,
Oh,
I can cook.
He's the cook.
I can
He can
cook.
cook.
I'm a
All
good
right,
cook.
because that's gonna be your job. If Melanie's the driver, you're the cook.
Okay,
Me
I
and
can cook.
Gonzo, we'll take up pots and pans. It's all good. No
I can
problem.
cook.
Hey, we're not too far from Chicago where Rob Scott and Mike
Oh,
Hughes.
hey, look, that's a whole nother world. When we get to Chicago, Rob don't even know I'm rolling right through Cabrini Green as a young white man with two Hispanics, and we're gonna kidnap his black ass, and we're gonna have a very diverse group of people. Yeah, we'll be straight. And we're gonna scoop up Mike Hughes too. Mike Hughes don't even know it, but Mike Hughes gonna be up in here too. God, could you imagine?
Yeah, from what Mike said, he lives right by my sister.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike?
Yep.
Bro, could you
Wow.
imagine me, you, your pops, Mike, and Rob Scott, all five of us doing a on the road podcast? What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong?
He said that your wife must have been drinking when she met you.
Let's see. No, we met at a coffee shop. She seemed rather sober.
Rather sober.
Rather sober.
Hey, she
Come on,
seemed
we
rather sober, so I don't know. But
I'll bring up a third and long.
I
Tell you what,
think Melanie decided to marry me when I told her I had a 5-year plan.
I thought you was going to say like on that one movie, what was he has a 30-year plan?
Yeah.
Big Daddy with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I asked Melanie one time. I said, "Hey, Mel, let me ask you a question, man. We've been together now. We've been married for 2 years." I said, "What were you thinking the day we met?" She's like, "Well, you said you had a 5-year plan, and you seem like a safe guy, and you look disease-free." I shit you not. Those were the 3 criteria that it took to land Melanie. Disease-free, clean, and a 5-year plan. That was it.
Hey, these days it's hard to find.
It wasn't like, Jay, you're a rather attractive-looking human being. She just felt like she wouldn't get an STD, so she felt good to go.
Hey, two out of 3 ain't bad.
Hey, listen, I would have took 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3. It's lottery. Mickey, man. Hey, I know I speak. I don't know what I'm speaking, but yeah, man, we appreciate you tuning in with us as well.
Oh yeah, we appreciate it.
Yep,
Hey,
definitely.
Mickey's on about every show, whether it's ASAP or if it's Gonzo Sports Room,
Yep, he's
or
on lock.
whether it's
Man.
unscripted. He's about everywhere.
Let me say a little something about Mickey.
He watches our he watches
Let me
our.
tell you something about Mickey. Mickey, old man. Mickey owns the dirt, man. I'm telling you, I seen Mickey one time in the green room, and we were going to bring him on, and that dude didn't have a stitch of clothes on. Okay. Seriously, hey, it was a point where Logan said, "Jay, Mickey's in the green room, but he ain't got no clothes on." I said, "Well, what do you want to do about it, Logan? Do you want me to tell the man there's a dress code? What am I supposed to tell him? I'm the least politically correct person on this show, and you want me to tell the man to put some damn clothes on? Really? Just get him from the neckline up. Can we do that? Just crop him, Logan. Can we crop him?"
How old is Mickey? Because I'm almost 60.
Mickey is probably about in his 70s.
Okay.
Mickey in his 70s. But we love Mickey, man. I personally believe that Mickey may be in a nursing home, and there is somebody there that is just like, "Yo, Mick, These are your selections. We're going to put all 5 of them on, whether you want to be in them or not.
Hey, Mickey says he's 54.
Jay said 70.
Okay, listen, I might be wrong. And color me pink if I am. But all I know is when I look at Mickey Delaney's profile picture, if that's what 54 looks like, you're fucked.
Hey,
Oh, that's holding.
That is holding, by the
telling
way.
you.
That is holding. That is holding.
Mickey,
Mickey, you got to send
Mickey,
me a
no.
more updated picture, man, because I swear to God, that picture you got in that picture, you look like you're in your mid-70s.
Hey, Mickey, no offense, but I'm feeling pretty good about my 59.
I'm feeling pretty good about my 50, damn it.
Damn, I'm the young one tonight. Usually I'm one of the older ones when we're on ASAP.
Hey, man, I've seen a bunch of people
man.
that I've seen a bunch of people I went to school with, man, and I look a lot better than most of them. So, but I've been drug free, alcohol free. That just I'm pretty square, so I'm about as square as you get.
Oh,
so,
absolutely.
but
Well,
Now we get
Mickey,
called
if
for
you were
roughing the
born on
passer.
124.68, why does your profile picture look so old? Because I'm guesstimating that if you're 54, I'm guesstimating your profile picture must not be of you. Maybe your profile picture is of your grandfather. And if so, I get it. I've just never seen a personal picture of you.
maybe he just had a hard
Why
life.
don't you, if you could, Mickey, hey, go to Jay McMahon. Obviously, you're my Facebook friend. Just private message me a real picture of yourself, and then maybe I'll believe you. Otherwise, I feel like I'm gonna take your ass on Catfish, and we're gonna figure this out.
Catfish. MTV, all right.
Hey, I'm not the only one that watches that. I love Catfish. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but-
I love the surprise in their face when they think they're dating a female, and all of along in the last 5 years, this dude was talking to another dude. What a time to be alive!
On ASAP, me and Jay are the old ones. Everybody on ASAP,
Yeah, we are the
most of the
old
guys are young.
Have you ever seen Logan? Logan couldn't grow a facial hair if it saved his life.
Most of the guys on ASAP are the same age as my son, and I just turned
Hey,
42
listen.
yesterday.
Hey, listen, I love Frankie, but Frankie's young too. Frankie's young, Logan's young. Pride is like 21, 22, but his maturity level is probably that of a 14-year-old, but that's okay because mine isn't much better.
See, my son's 22, so he's about the same age as Pride.
You know what's really weird to me? As I go into a couple of stores.
What in the fuck? Tackle somebody.
Yeah, did you see that? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't want to say it until you saw it. But I go in a couple of stores and they think that they don't like. I tell them my age and they don't think I'm 50. And I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, I don't know how you don't figure I'm 50. I sure as hell don't look in my 40s. Maybe I in my 40s. I don't know. I might be able to pull off 40. Gonzo, you something about facial hair. I might be able to pull off 40 if I didn't have facial hair.
If I clean shave, I get carded.
Yeah, you're a young dude. You're not. You don't look old. It's just with facial hair you look old. But if you shave it off, you're good. And wear a hat. Don't show them the
Always
hairline.
wear a hat.
Don't show them the hairline.
Always wear a hat.
Hey, why do you think I wear a hat? My hairline ain't no better than yours. Hey, no, seriously. Hey, the barber asked me, well, okay, how do you want your hair to look? He said, well, just describe what your hair looks like right now. Like, what's your hairline look like? I said, Florida. I said, yeah, it looks like a peninsula with a little hair on the side.
See, I'm fortunate. I got a lot of hair, but all my brothers.
Hey, Tony. We don't need you rubbing your beautiful locks of luscious hair and me and Tony's deprived, me and Gonzo's deprived follically challenged life. Okay?
Second and 14. Come on, we need to stop here.
Every time you say the Fabio over there, got to say something. Damn.
I'm very fortunate. All my brothers were bald by like 35. All of them. I have 4 brothers, all of them.
I got a cousin that was bald by 23.
Man, that's a rough life if you're bald by 20. Oh, damn. I'm surprised he didn't try to get that in. He gave up on that play. Number 88. Who's number 88? I can't see his name, but number 88 gave up on that play. Number 88 could have put that in the end zone. What a dumbass.
Well, we don't want number 88 to put it in the end zone. So
Is that fits something?
that's that fire
No,
move.
man, but if you put it in the end zone, I got to pay an old bastard a handle of alcohol, and I don't have the money. By the way, first arm Bill, if you heard that, I do have the money. Don't worry.
Why did he go out of bounds? I don't know why he went out of bounds.
Yeah, that's what I was. Did you see what I said? He gave up on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now you know why I said he gave up on the play. He could have scored that.
Unless he stepped out back here or something. Let's see.
They didn't show all of it.
Oh, that was not a good pass. You're lucky that wasn't a turnover or a fumble, you dumbass.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't try to get to the end zone. I wish it would be a turnover.
If I'm Mike Tomlin, I'm going to fire that motherfucker because how do you not go in?
Now you sound like me with their offensive lineman a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Come on, I would fire that. If you give up on a play like that, you're a piece of shit.
Chris didn't want to fire him. He wanted to have him assassinated.
Tony, you saw the play. Do you agree?
Ooh.
Right? How do you not go in on that play?
I agree. It sure
If
looked
you
like
even
he
if
could
you
have went
dive,
in.
you're just a sideline.
Especially if they end up don't scoring a touchdown here. I mean, that's a big play.
Oh man, yeah.
Come on, defense.
Yeah, that was good coverage though. Hey, I'll tell you right now, that was good coverage on Indianapolis's part right there. I didn't like the hand gesture thing. I don't know. Now that I look at that, I don't like that. He didn't look back. But he did. He didn't touch him till the ball went in his hand. So actually, no, good play. Okay,
I was like, you don't have to look back now. You used to have to look back.
No. If he would have touched the receiver before the ball got there, that would have been interference. But the fact that the receiver touched the ball first, then it negates all that.
Yeah.
So that's
but what I'm saying is, 10 years ago or so, if you didn't turn your head to look for the ball, it was pass interference.
It was, and it still should be. If your head isn't turned for the ball, what are you doing?
He done a good job getting his hand in there.
Yeah, he did.
But again, if the receiver, which in this case, this is what happened. If the ball hits him in the hands, and you don't have to look back, right? Because the ball's already there. At that point, you become a tackler.
Yep.
Rather than a defender, you're a tackler.
Yeah, but they used to not let you just face guard, but now you can face guard as long as you don't touch them.
Colts had a player down on the ground, and Pittsburgh's got a guy hobbling.
A big third down play. Hopefully, we can hold them to a field goal attempt.
Well, Jay, what's your prediction? I know you're not a soccer guy. I'm not. Is United States going to win tomorrow?
Oh, I hope so. There's a big controversy you guys saw me and Gonzo talked about it earlier today with the controversy between the Americans and the Iranians with the flag and all that. So honestly, I just want the U.S. to go out there and kick their ass. I really want the men's national team. I don't care what they do. Just kick Iran's ass, please.
Yep.
Just win that game. And we can move on, and I don't care what happens. But I hate. I don't want to say I hate Iran, but
I know what you're saying. I understand.
I just want them to win that game. I don't care what they do against anybody else. Just win that game.
I watched France play the other day.
Chris, did you see what Frankie put in the chat?
You want the group chat?
Yeah, he put it's in the unscripted realist chat.
Oh no, not yet.
I'll just give you the short version. I say Cowboys versus Colts next Sunday night. At Chris Gonzalez, be ready for Jay McLovin being an ass to you all week.
That's all right. After the Colts win, I'll be an ass to you the next week.
Frankie, I'm not going to be an ass to him, but I am going to have some friendly jaw breaking for him that if he don't run that damn ball, we're going to put that ball so far up the Colts a-hole. They're going to spell Colts with a U at somewhere in there. I don't know, Colts.
How did he get hurt?
I don't know.
It was this defender here is the one that was.
I think both of them come up hobbled.
3rd and goal. What in the hell was that? I swear, man, the way some many fans dress to go to these games is fucking hilarious. Touchdown.
He's in.
Fucking touchdown.
That was easy. They made that look easy. Snell's are back up, and he's killing us.
Oh. Defense didn't do a very good job on that drive. Yeah, he could have almost walked that in. Could have almost walked it in.
So you got 9:55 left. They're up by a score. But again, the beautiful thing about it is you have all the effects of Jonathan Taylor still in play. Like, you don't have to feel like, you got to throw 30-yard passes or 20-yard passes. All you got to do is throw short passes and let Taylor run the rock, and you guys can get right back into scoring position. You know what I mean?
Damn it, they got the 2-point conversion too. Motherfucker. 7-point game. I was hoping we'd stop the 2-point conversion so then a touchdown would put us back in the lead. That back corner of the damn end zone. Yeah, we still got plenty of time. Need to get another touchdown. And then defense come out and make a stop. Ooh, how was that not a push off? Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
He pushed our defender away. Damn referees. I wouldn't want to be an NFL referee also. I don't know. I guess it couldn't be much worse than umpiring Little League baseball the way some of the parents act.
Yeah.
Shit. 9:55. We got Colts gonna have to go on a run here. The judge finally messaged me back. I was waiting on him to message me back. Out to about the 26-yard line to see if the offense can get going. Colts have definitely played better in the second half, but we dominated the second half other than that till that drive right there. And the fumble, that fumble, we got lucky, ended up getting the ball right back and scoring, but see what you still got plenty of time, so you can run the ball. We'll pass for a couple yards. That's something I don't think the Colts do enough of. Is throwing to the running back. I've been saying that all year. You don't have to get in a real big hurry here. Run the ball. Oh, I swear, man. Throw the ball away. Don't take the sack. He had time to throw the ball away. Don't take the damn sack. I don't understand why we come out and try to throw the ball on first and second down.
So let me ask you this. So we got 4th down. I definitely think they're going to have to punt the damn thing.
Yep.
But you're at a point now where you can't, earlier in the game you could bend but not break. But I think you're at a point now where you can't even. I don't know if you can bend.
Yeah, you gotta make a stop. But I don't
If
understand
you're
why.
getting like 8 minutes, because let's be honest, right now we're at about 8 minutes by the time this is over with. No, there'll be more than that. It'll be probably about 7 minutes and 51 seconds, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
What I
yeah.
don't understand is
Um,
what I don't understand
oh,
is
shit.
why do you come out? Why the hell do you come out and throw the ball three straight fucking times? Well, I understand why
No,
you threw
I
it on
agree.
third.
I agree.
Why
I
did you throw it on first
Why
and
are you
second?
not giving the rock? But you'll see this play in a minute, and I'm surprised. If Jeff Saturday has a legitimate beef, I'm really surprised they didn't get roughing the kicker on this. Because literally he was upended on his off kicking leg. No, on his not off kicking leg, excuse me, on his plant leg. He was upended on his plant leg.
Yeah, how the hell isn't that running in the kicker?
I don't know. I don't understand how they did. If I'm Saturday, I'm calling. I'm putting up the challenge flag and be like, look, we need to review that play. Because I honestly feel like they were like he was up. He was
Yeah,
like that.
You can't hit that plant leg, definitely.
That's they're saying that he was pushed into him. That would be the only thing.
And again, that's why if I'm Saturday though, I'm going to challenge that just to get a review to see if it was or wasn't.
Well,
I don't think it's challenging.
They won't let you challenge it.
You know what I mean?
They won't let you challenge a penalty, though.
Oh, fuck. Well, that's
What's
true.
up, Mike Hughes?
Mike, if you're within distance of my voice, I just told the boys that I'm looking at January or February of 2026, starting up a big ass RV United States tour of stadiums and games and podcasting on the road, Mike. Yeah, so it'll be internet connection in the RV, and we're doing podcasting on the road. Me, you, Rob Scott. We're gonna have to kidnap Rob Scott because he actually has a legitimate job. And we're taking Tony and Chris, and we're all podcasting on the road in between stadiums. And I hope you're ready for it. If you're not, that's not my problem. But when I kidnap you, you ain't got no choice. And I hope you can cook. Otherwise, you got to eat whatever Tony fixes.
I'm good.
But I heard he's a good cook, though. So just live with it. I'm going to live with it. I don't care. I don't care if Tony puts a cat or a chihuahua on that damn grill, as long as it tastes good and it's seasoned right.
Hey, you like barbecue?
I like everything that tastes good.
Barbecue,
Yeah, no,
man.
barbecue. Yeah, actually, my uncle Bill was believe it or not, he was actually rodeo cook-off barbecue champion 4 years in a row. And Melanie is actually a butcher, so we can butcher our own food, barbecue it up, smoke it up. Listen, guys, it's gonna be fucking epic.
Hey, dude. Hey, for Thanksgiving, we had a turkey, but we also had a brisket.
I miss a good brisket, a good smoked brisket, and marinated. You got to marinate. Are you marinating it?
Yep.
You know, my uncle Bill always did a fajita Vanderwalls marinade. You can get it at Fiesta, which is a local Mexican grocery store here in Houston. I don't know if you have Fiestas out where you are. I don't know if they ever grew that far, but I know it's very big out here in Houston. And but they have fajita Vanderwalls, and so it's a very Hispanic style marinade. But then you marinate it for 24 hours, and then you slow cook it for 12 hours, and then you smoke it for 10. And I'm telling you, bro, it's so good, Gonzo. It'd make you slap your mama. It'd make you slap your mama. That's how good it is. Oh,
Up in the backfield.
Yeah. We got to make a stop here. We can't give up no more damn points.
So you're 3rd and 1, 6:55 left in the fourth. Oh, I'm definitely stacking the box.
I don't think he got it, did he?
That was 2nd and 2, but no.
Yeah, he got it.
Come on, we need to stop. Let's go. Somebody make a play. Turnover would be nice. And that's the other thing. Look, we're right in this game, and Colts turned the ball over twice. Can't have turnovers. Hey, they handed it to the fullback, Jay, just like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It was on the offset eye, but it was still the fullback.
I'm telling I really do believe that the whole fullback position, even though the NFL went away from it, that was a big position to have because I think it gave your running back a lot of different options and a lot of different complexities, that you got rid of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, that might be a good unscripted topic for tomorrow. Oh, he got him in the backfield. Woo!
So go,
And there's a flag. Got him in the backfield, and there's a flag. Holding offense, and got him in the backfield. Holy shit.
so they'll probably decline the hold then.
How far back?
Yeah, depending on how far back it was. Bring up a 3rd and long. So I would say they're going to decline it. Don't you think so? Because it's going to bring up a 3rd and like 13. It was 2nd and 7. Yeah, that's why I figured he'd decline it. They'll bring up like a 3rd and probably 11, 3rd and 12.
Yeah, 13, 12, something like that.
That's a good play there. Third and 13. You got to get off the field right here. You got 3rd and 13, 5 minutes left in the game. Make a tackle.
Shit.
Make the tackle. There we go.
So 4th and 6.
Yep. Defense done their job. Got the ball. Going to get the ball back to the offense.
Oh, they're getting ready to punt the ball right now. Here we go.
Need a touchdown. Colts turned the ball over twice in this game.
And
especially
about 7-yard line, 6.
Especially the interception.
They're going to get the ball between the 6 or 7-yard line. All right, Jonathan. Matt.
Which I know we got the ball. I know we got the ball back on the fumble in the second half after.
What a guy,
we
Matt.
stopped
If
him
you
still.
don't fucking hand the rock off. Gonzo, I don't know about you, man, but
Ooh, catch that.
You got to get up there and catch that ball.
That's a bad play.
yeah, he had the opportunity, but that's okay. Look, okay, spilt milk. We get the ball at the 6. And I'm telling you right now, Jonathan Taylor, Colts, you better make Jonathan Taylor earn this damn money he getting paid. And let's get this fucker the rock and let's go. Shit.
You got plenty because there's 4 minutes left.
You got plenty of time. In theory, you could either tie it or you could go possibly for 2 and win, however you want to play it. At the very least, you can tie it just by running the ball. I would say, let me ask you guys this. I think you run the ball and I think you pass the ball at a 50-50 ratio or even a 60-40 ratio. 60-40 run, 40% pass.
And that's why I didn't understand our last drive. We came out and passed the ball 3 straight times. That didn't make no sense. We hadn't done that the whole second half. We've been running the ball.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Jonathan Mathis isn't here, guys. Shut the fuck up. Hey, look, man, I got brain names. They float throughout my head like the coming of the wind. Gonzo, Tony, I don't know how you guys feel about this, man, but if I was a Colts fan, this is how I would feel about it. Look, man, look. You literally, this is your spot of opportunity. You run the ball. I think you run the ball 2 times and then you pass. Or you could do a run, pass, run. You do something. You don't go 3 of anything. I think you give Jonathan the ability to get you the tough yards on the ground, and then you pass if you need a pass on a third. You let him run the ball first and second down, and then you pass on third if you need the yardage, if he didn't get you that.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying? And you can mix it up, right? I mean, keep them on their toes.
I don't disagree, but I bet you they don't do that because they're at the 6-yard line.
Well, if you're at the 6-yard line, I'm definitely running the ball because they're probably going to expect you to pass.
Yeah, I don't disagree with it, but we'll see what they do. I think they're going to come out passing.
And I don't think you go for the long yards. You got 3:52 on the clock. That's a lot of time to get from there to the end zone.
And you got 3 timeouts.
You're right. So you got 3:52 and 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. So really, you got 4 timeouts, and they're going to pass it like you said.
Yeah. You got plenty of time.
Oh, he came down with it, motherfucker. All right, let's go, bitch.
Yeah, that's the other thing that's killed us. 2 turnovers.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you right now, okay, Matt, you got a good one. Hey, kudos, but you better run the ball now.
You got plenty of time.
Defense.
Got
Yeah, I'm
time.
gonna wave it off. I would wave it off too. First down, let's go. And you got 3:44 on the clock. Who's number 11 for your team? I can't read his name. Pittman?
Yeah, that's Pittman. He's pretty good.
He made a pretty damn good catch. He had the defender right on his ass.
That's something he did in college. He could always go up for the ball with USC.
How tall is Pittman? You don't mind me asking? Is Pittman, is he above 6?
Yeah, I think
Or is he right at 6?
I think he's over 6.
Okay.
Catches? Or tall?
You're asking how tall, right?
I'm talking about height. Is he 6 foot taller?
I think he's over 6 foot. I think he's 6'3" or more.
Okay. I thought he was, but I wasn't 100% sure on.
I'll tell you in a second. Six four.
6'4", okay. I watched him play a lot at USC, and I like.
So he's probably really about 6'2", since they have him listed at 6'4". You know how that goes.
Well, I think when he was at USC, I think.
Hey, I'll say this though. Hey guys, and you'll see the graphic. I'm sure you're probably seeing the graphic right now. But Matt Ryan his second half completion percentage is really kicking ass. His first half completion sucked.
Yeah.
But I wonder if his completion percentage is a result in the second half because of Taylor getting more of the rock. I wonder how much better.
I think it is. It helps open up our passing game. It opens up our passing game.
Absolutely, it opens up the passing game. Absolutely. All right, 2nd and 6. I'm running it. I'm giving it to Taylor, and I'm running it. He's not going to do it. He's going to pass it. Okay. All right, you completed. Woods got the ball. Woods got the rock.
Ran on first down, though. So you still got, you can run whatever you want. You got plenty of time, 3 timeouts.
I'm running that fucking ball. And I think a lot of times, you know what I think a lot of it is too? The fact that they're not running the ball enough. I think it's not wearing the Pittsburgh defense down enough. Looked like he picked up 4 or 5 here. Yeah, looks like Taylor picked up 5.
Ooh, that was a dangerous pass.
2nd and 6. He got 4. So looking at 2nd.
He's got quite a few catches.
Yeah, Jelani Woods has had a big game at tight end for us.
Hey, let me ask you guys this: you're 2nd and 6. Do you? If I'm doing it, hey, I'm running the ball again just to wear down that defense. What are you guys doing? Are you passing it at 2nd and 6?
I'd see what kind of look the defense gave. I would see what kind of look the defense gave me. If they don't have the box stacked, I'd run it.
I think you call a run play, and if they stack the box, then Matt Ryan audibles out to a pass.
Yeah, that's what I think. But because now you're on your side, you're in plus. Who called the timeout here?
Steelers did. They had an injury, number 29. I don't know who 29 is.
Because you're on the plus side of the field there.
Wallace. It was a walk-off injury. He was able to walk off the field, but Wallace looked like he was shaking up on the play from the Steelers.
And in a perfect world, what you'd like to do is run this clock all the way down before you get a touchdown.
And that's true. But again, you don't want to be too careful with the clock because you got You still got to score.
Yeah.
Let
No,
me-
I know.
Let me ask you something. If with the Colts record, what it is, I know you're not on the road, you're at home. Do you, if you score a touchdown, especially with only a few seconds left, do you go for a 2-point conversion or do you kick the extra point?
I'm gonna say he kicks the extra point.
I think it's just stupid. You're throwing to a guy who's in double fucking coverage when you could have ran the fucking ball. You fucks. Apologize. I apologize. This is Jay when he watches a football game.
Hey, I understand. That's what
I'm
we
glad
felt.
this is watch along because we're not on live TV, but God. They always want to score so fast. Just now you have to throw because you have to throw at this point.
Well, what I don't, that was dangerous. What I don't understand why if you're going to throw, why not try to gain 6, 7, 8 yards? Why are you worried about trying to throw 25 yards?
But do you see where my frustration is? They could have ran the ball on 2nd down and 6, picked up 3 or 4, and then had 2 plays to either run the ball or pass the ball to pick up the rest. You know what I'm saying? Like what now you're at 4th and 2, and dictation would be run. But again, do you pass if they stack the box against Taylor? Because I'll be honest with you, if I'm Pittsburgh right now, I'm stacking the fucking box on 4th and 2. And I'm going to let you beat me on the wideouts.
Yeah, I bet you they're going to pass.
They're gonna let the clock run down to 2-minute warning.
Yeah.
Which that's fine. Let the clock run down. But at that point, the clock ain't your fucking enemy at this point. It's the yardage. It's at 2 yards. Because even if because do you really let me ask you this. If you're 4th and fucking 2, you got 2 timeouts left. If you don't convert on 4th and 2, do you really want to run that clock down when that's time that you could be using if you don't fucking convert? I'm just saying you're not leaving yourself any outs. Because it'd be one thing if you were in control or if you had the lead of the game to run the clock down to the 2-minute yard. Okay, I get that. But if you don't even have a score and you got 2 yards to go on 4th, do you really want to take that chance? Do you need those seconds if you don't convert?
Yeah.
Because really what you're saying to me is, Jeff Saturday, what you're saying to me is 4th and 2, you fully believe you're going to convert that 2 yards, 100%, to the point where you're not going to give yourself any outs if you don't convert it. What are we doing here, gentlemen? What are we doing? Because all the Steelers got to do at that point, if they don't convert, is get a first down. 1 first down gets you the game.
Yeah, but it was stupid to throw the ball deep there. That's why I didn't like. That ain't the position to take, especially when there's double covered.
But again, and I don't want to throw Jeff Saturday under the bus, but I'm throwing Jeff Saturday under the bus because I feel like as a head coach, if you're Andy freaking Reid and you got that ability and you got Bieniemy wanting to do X and you know damn good and well X ain't the way to go, you can call that play off because of your experience. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know Jeff Saturday because you don't want to give so much autonomy away to the coordinator that you don't see what's going on from the outside view, or you don't have the ability to call something off. All right, here we go. 4th and 2. What are we going to do, guys? What are we going to do? You got 1, 2, 3, 4 wideouts and a running back. Let's go. What are we going to do? Come on. Oh, he got it. Motherfuck, he got it. No, bitch. He got it. He got that. God, good. Okay, fuck it. Let's go. Fuck. But now, first down. I'm sorry. I know I'm telling you before it happens.
You're fine.
But now you converted. So now can we get Jonathan Taylor back in the mix, please? Oh, you don't want to. Now you want to pass. You motherfucker. You cock-sucking bitches. I gotta be quiet because the police might show up. But I forget I'm the top floor apartment, not the bottom floor. If it was the bottom floor, I wouldn't care. But God dang it, why are you doing that? And then you fumble the fucking ball. Thank God your offensive lineman was there to recuperate. God, what an asshole. Oh, you better run. Run, motherfucker. You better run. Oh, did you die before you cocksucker piece of shit? Don't pat that motherfucker on the head. I'm sorry if I'm Matt Ryan and I fucked up the first play. Fuck you. How do you take a dive before the damn
2nd and 17?
God, they got him. God, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive.
So 3rd and damn, that wasn't a very good spot. Taylor didn't get nowhere.
4th and 3.
Yeah, Ryan has to get that first down with his legs. You're that far. Why did you dive?
I don't understand why they're in the ball there. After what they've done,
30 seconds left, 2 timeouts. Got to get a first down.
That son bitch was tipped.
Yeah, on that one earlier.
All right, game over. Fuck.
Look, right here, you got to go.
He already knows it's over.
Yeah, that's done. That's good.
Pittsburgh's got the ball. They didn't get it. Pittsburgh's got the ball.
I just don't understand how you go through all that and you at no point in time ever put the rock in Taylor's hands.
Not much.
I just will not understand that. I'll tell you this. Who's that number 1? Who what's his name?
Campbell.
That dude went way the fuck up there to try to get that ball. I'll tell you that.
Well, my thing is, why ain't you running around? I mean, I know you want to get the ball down the field and everything, but you have plenty of time out still. Well, why ain't you trying to gain the 3 or 4 yards? Why ain't you running the routes to do that?
Well, yeah.
Right there. Why didn't you throw it underneath?
Damn, he went way up there for that. I'll tell you this, like I was telling you guys earlier, what I got so mad was the fact that you converted the first on a pass play. Okay, you took a chance, it paid off. I get that. But after that play was converted, why was your first play after that not a run play? Why was your first play a pass play after you converted that?
Don't have no idea. Then Matt Ryan could have had a first down and dove.
Yeah, and again, okay, that's another issue. Why didn't Matt Ryan dive for that? I mean, there's a lot of things, but whether Matt Ryan dove for that first down or not, the bigger question is, again, when you converted that first, why was your next play not a run play? Why was it a pass play? Why was it not a run play?
No, I agree. I don't know.
And I don't understand that either. If I'm Taylor, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. At some point, I think, and I would fully support him if he did this. At some point, Jonathan Taylor needs to have a sit-down meeting with the coordinator and his head coach and be like, yo, let me ask you this. I'm your number 1 guy. Why are you not feeding me the fucking rock?
Yeah, we can't. Man. Another game that we could have won that we just find ways to lose.
Yep.
Because honestly, this game was 100% yours. And again, I'm just telling you, man. It goes back to we all know it goes back to not giving Jonathan the ball. It comes down to clock management. You can control the clock with Jonathan Taylor. You can't control the clock with Matt Ryan.
I agree.
Well, I hate to tell you, boys, I really wanted your Colts to win this evening. I was obviously going for them, but I will tell you this, I'm not 100% disappointed because now I don't have to give a first sergeant a handle of alcohol. So My pocketbook says, hell yeah. My heart says, damn.
That's been
All
the
right.
Colts season this year.
Hey, listen. Are we doing another watch along for the Cowboys and Colts?
Yep.
Okay, Sunday
cool.
night. We'll
I
be.
want you guys, and I want everybody in the viewing audience to know that tonight you saw a beautiful romance between the bloodline and Jay McLovin.
We'll be
Become
getting.
Sunday. Become Sunday. The bloodline will acknowledge me.
No, we'll Sunday we'll be getting back from a wrestling show, and we'll be back in time.
You will acknowledge me
Because it don't start. The wrestling show starts at 3, so we should be back home by 7.
Perfect. I'll be chomping at the bits.
Yeah, we got 2 wrestling shows this week, and we're going to Cincinnati Friday.
Hey, I'm about to say, hey, you guys gonna be busy bees.
Going to Ohio for Friday. Be our first out of state wrestling show.
Who's driving that? How long of a drive is that?
About
2.
right around 2 hours.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Only
So
bad
you guys
thing-
drive there, you do the show, and then you drive back as soon as the show is over.
Yeah, we'll get back late because the show don't start till like 8 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah, we got to tear down.
Time we
Wait a
tear.
minute. If the show don't start until 8, how the hell are you gonna do a watch along?
No, that's on Friday.
On Friday.
Sunday.
On Friday. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. On Friday, I got you. Okay.
Friday we go to Cincinnati. Sunday we're only going to be about 45 minutes from home, and that show starts at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It'll be done around
About
5:30, and then we'll head home.
So we'll be
Oh, that's
home.
what's up. Okay, that's dope. That's dope. All right. Hey, look, let me. Hey, look. I need you to do me a favor, Gonzo. Can you do me a favor? In your booth setup, I need Tony to have a booster seat. Because quite honestly, I don't know if Tony is in there on his knees the whole time or if he's
No, I'm
actually in a
sitting.
physical seat.
I'm setting.
But hey, look, I don't care what you got to do. But I need. Hey, look, I need Tony about 2 more feet or at least a foot more on that where he's at. Can we make that happen, please? Can you do that for me? Can you get the man a foam padding that gives him another foot lift?
You want me about like this?
Bring it.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, we'll get a couple of old thick phone books set them in the chair.
We're gonna find. We're gonna find phone
Hey,
books.
hey, get this man some phone books. Do what you got to do. I just need him at the same height as you. Can you make that happen? And there's nothing wrong with being height challenged. Many of folk in my family are 4'5", 4'6". Hell, I think Mel's got one that's 4'8". We call her a pygmy, but you know it is what it is. By the way, if you don't know, that is accurate. By the way, I am not calling her out of her name. A pygmy is anybody 5 feet or less.
Hey, I'm a pygmy.
A pygmoid is 5'1" to 5'5".
I'm 4'11 3/4.
Most of my family is, Tony, and I hope one day you get to meet them because then we can have the full Oompa Loompa squad when we do the reenactment.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't care.
A fucking Wizard of Oz. Guess who Oz is?
Who's Oz?
Son of a
Please pay no attention to the guy behind the curtain. He's a complete idiot on Jack Daniels. Leave him alone. Please don't pet the dog. He's very contagious. Hey, folks. Hey, man, hey, thanks for having me on, man. Gonzo, we'll see. What is today? What is today, Gonzo? Monday? Jesus. You'll be on Tuesday?
Time's your appointment.
Tuesday, yes.
All right. What time's
I'll be
your
on
appointment
Tuesday.
tomorrow? You're not doing the
9
afternoon
o'clock.
show, though, are you?
What?
Are you doing the afternoon show tomorrow too?
Yeah. Yeah, my appointment's at 9 in the morning. I should be done by 1.
About to say, yeah, if it's 9 in the morning, you should be straight. Okay, so then I'll see you tomorrow at the 1 o'clock show, and then I'll see you again on Unscripted.
All right, man. Sounds good.
Well, it only sounds good if we get Tony on 2 phone books, okay? Man, this dude's gonna come to my house one day. I swear to God, he's gonna kick me square in the nuts. I know he is. I can tell you right now, Tony gonna come to my door. He's gonna ring the doorbell. I'm gonna open up that fucker and get a straight knee to the groin. And then Blue's gonna laugh, and he's gonna say, "I told you what's happening. You don't feed me. I don't give you the alerts." Good times. All right, folks. I will see you tomorrow at 1, brother. I'm outie 5,000.
All right, man. Thanks for joining us.
Yep. See you later, man.
All right, y'all be good.
All right, later, man.
All right. Oh, it's the wrong button.
All right, before we get out of here, please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Also, like and follow on Facebook and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room. We'd greatly appreciate it. Do the same thing for the ASAP Sports Network as well. Unfortunately, Colts lost. They had chances to win that game. A couple turnovers hurt us, and then just couldn't make a play there at that. Our defense gave up a big drive there in the fourth quarter, but then after that, we just couldn't make a play. Got the ball down the field to about the 30, but then couldn't get really no farther than that. Didn't love the play calls there at the end of the game, but that's kind of been the way the Colts season has went here this season. We'll be back on Sunday with the Colts Cowboys. We'll be doing a watch along for that. Like Jay just talked about, we'll be live tomorrow at 1 for the ASAP Afternoon Blitz, around 3:30 for Easy Money, a sports betting show. We appreciate everybody watching. Hope everybody has a great night, and we'll see you guys next time.